Good morning. How we doing? It is the weekend. How we doing? We are starting the party off with Mousebait and that sub. Thank you so much for 60 months of support. Enjoying some Minecraft this morning. Thanks for coming to lurk. Donnie Gaming, welcome in. How we doing? Space Octopus, hello. Raven Lord, hello. How we all doing? Let's see, I really need to build a list. I've got a 1K point tournament with other army regiments to raise money for British Armed Forces. That's so cool. Close Game, welcome in. How we doing today? Alright, this is what we've got. I've decided to just keep on rolling with the Salamanders because we've been making really good progress. So here's our little Stormtalon we started last week. And I've also got the Stormraven. We're just going to keep cruising. I was able to get the Forge World stuff primed, but I was letting that cure for a bit, so I didn't want to start painting it right away, just to make sure that got lots of time to breathe. So yeah, we're going to hop in with the aircraft today. What are you guys up to? How's the weekend? Riot, hello, how we doing? I think we'll just start with our little Stormtalon some more and then go from there. That's the plan. Norman, hello, welcome in. How we all doing? How's the weekend? Doing great, thank you for asking. Running low on models to paint, but be more incoming next week. What does that feel like, being low on models to paint? What does that feel like? What do you have coming your way? One day I'll know what that feels like. Norman says, I'm cooking lunch and the mute refuses to accept eat. Not cooking today? That's weird. Considering how hot it's been. That's weird. My weekend's been pretty quiet. Scott's been at a tournament. So there is a Middle-earth tournament near us. And he was at that all day yesterday. So I got the house to myself for a bit, which was weird but kind of nice. I did some building for models, played a little bit of my game, watched some anime. I started Blue Lock, which has been very good. But yeah, it's been kind of a quiet weekend. No D&D this weekend, so I didn't have to go nuts cleaning the house or anything. Just got to chill with Sadie a bit. Do you guys want to see what I built? Mechanical Frog, welcome in. Earbright, hello. How we doing today? We got salamanders. We got lots of salamanders right now. What are you up to? How's your weekend? Lots and lots of salamanders. Is that Erican? If I goof that up, let me know. How are you? Just saw your waves are on Insta. I wanted so bad. Thank you so much. How are you today? Welcome, welcome in. You join for more green. Salamanders today, but we got more green. How are you? Close Game says, it feels particularly good, because one of the reasons why is I made a deal with a friend to do swapsies. He gets specimen marines that I never get to paint. It's not my thing, as it turns out. I'll get a bunch of Eldari for him. So I got rid of some that I'll never paint. I get some that I can't wait to get working on. That's so cool. I love when those swaps work out nicely like that. Good. I'm glad you will both have fun projects to work on. Very nice. Glad that swap worked out. Let me show you guys what I built. So one of them is for Sub Sunday, which we need to get on the calendar. I think I can do next weekend, but I'm going to double check. But this is Slender Man from Kingdom Death. He's basically all fiddly bits. So he's got all of these creepy vines. They weren't terrible to clean up. I was just really scared of breaking them the whole time. And then I also built some Malifaux, which was also just more fiddly bits. But the kit I was working on was Wake the Dead. So I have built the Jury, which has this tiny little bowl that's suspended. I have built these, which have tiny little arms and stuff coming off of them. And then I have these two still to build, so I'll probably build those later today. But that's what I've got. So a lot of fiddly bits. Yeah, and Tim Burton Slenderman, a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out the color scheme. Horror clown, yeah, we got to make him super creepy, I think. So I'm trying to figure out the color scheme I want to do. I almost want to kind of do the grim dark style, so we do some more weathering and stuff on him. Avian, hello. Son of Horus, hello. Reaper, hello. Everyone coming in. How are we doing today? I was just showing them what I built on Friday and a little bit yesterday. That's some Malifaux and some Kingdom Death. And we gotta figure out a nice creepy color scheme for him. So yeah, as soon as I figure out what day we're gonna do that, I'll let you guys know. I think I can do next Sunday, but I'm gonna double check. What is that mini? Mageson, welcome in. That is a Slender Man from Kingdom Death. So that is it's a full expansion. It does have gameplay and everything with it. It's got gear and mechanics. There's a whole creepy like storybook that goes with it. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. But yeah, we will be working on that for a sub Sunday. Anyone else doing some hobby this weekend? What are we working on? Norman says, I think the meat is a tad too juicy. Very watery marinade I made isn't helping things. Hopefully it will get there. It's too juicy. Too juicy. Bright happy colors, completely filthy with dirt, blood, and the unknown. That's true. We could go bright and then darken it. Darken it and dirty it. It's true. So yeah, I'm thinking. There is like an art card for it. I think it's for the resin version of it. In the actual like storybook, it's just like black and white. Even's just in here jamming. We're trying to finish some barbarians and start the next 5. Let's go. Let's go. Juicy. What did I walk into? I'll just chat. How are you, Live Madness? Welcome in. We're grilling some meat. It can be whatever you want, though. You know? Be whatever you want. Close Game says, working on the weapons platform for a squad of Guardian Defenders. It's coming along nicely. I'm a little nervous for the freehand I have to do in it. Be the first time in 4 years I do that much of that style, but it'll be fun too. Yeah, you got this. I'm sure it'll come right back to you once you dive in. You got this. I'm excited to see them. Oh, just chat, yeah. Painted like a jester. Have all the red checks and lines be suspiciously blood-like. Some people do the, like the stripes on the sleeves or the pants, and I kind of like that, so I kind of want to steal that. So yeah, maybe we do just go full on some stripes. He does have like inlaid, I don't know how well you can see it on camera. There's like inlaid designs, which I think is the other thing I want to figure out, is like what color all of that will be. But yeah, we'll figure it out and we'll have it on for a stream. It'll probably be, what we'll probably do for the next sub Sunday is in the morning we'll do Warhammer and then we'll switch to this, because I don't know if he'll be a full like 6-hour paint. So we'll probably split it up, but we'll work on him for the extended portion. Osirin, hello, how are you? How's the weekend? Everybody says working on another Sky Hunter. Almost got 3 finished. You are ready to go with those. I'm glad they finally showed up. Juicy. Juicy bacon doesn't sound good. It must be. I'm that person that likes a little bit of both, you know. I want a little bit of crisp, a little bit of chew. I like a little both. I can't have the like super burnt to a crisp bacon. Crispy, juicy bacon. Mm-hmm. How many gifted for Scott to cosplay that? Asking Scott to cosplay things. I know better than that. Sly, hello, how are you? There's a Destiny 2 armor shader I'm thinking of. Oh, it has a good effect. I'll get a screenshot because I don't think I can describe it. That'll probably help me anyway. Yeah, if you want to throw it in the old Discord. But yeah, what's everyone up to this weekend? Mine's been nice and quiet. I think after stream I'm probably going to finish building those models. And I probably need to do some airbrushing. I try not to do too much painting on the weekends, other than like stream. But I kind of want to get the dreadnoughts for the salamanders airbrush for tomorrow. Blonde Cow, thank you so much for that sub for 10 months of support. Stupid phone Twitch not letting me use Prime. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How are you today? I'm sorry mobile's being a pain in the butt. Welcome on in. Saren says, I'm okay. Struggling with my hobby work this morning, but doing pretty good otherwise. What's on the table, Saren? Trying to remember the last thing you said you were working on from last week. One of the commandments of baconology literally says, chewy or crispy, thou shalt not discriminate. All bacon, good bacon. And it says, I prefer my bacon to be crispy, even though it stays firm when I pick it up. No droopy bacon for me. You and Scott could be at Lone Star right now, getting your 6 games. Scott is at Lone Star right now. He has his Middle Earth tournament. We did get the cards, yes. Scott actually got to use them that night, so thank you so much. He went up to the game store that night. He didn't get to get a game. There was one other person looking for a game, and as soon as he said he had knights, the guy was like, "No," which made me giggle, but also kind of sad. Amy says, hobby work done for the weekend. Desk is now in bedroom near a window. Airbrushing is now possible. Let's go. I completely cleared my desk on Friday, and it feels really good. I'm going to try and keep it this way. So, like, once those models are built, they're getting off the desk. Once these are done for the day, they're getting off the desk. I'm just going to keep doing that. Noob, hello. Roger, hello. How we doing? That's what it says. I got the Malefic Fleshson finally. I'm going to use it for my Creature Caster boy. Yes. Those flesh sets are really nice. I like using those. Roger's like crispy edges with soft innards for bacon. Yeah, see? That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Yeah, it is devolving into bacon wars. Chat, what's your favorite kind of bacon? Aw, poor Scott. I know. He, like, just went up there. Apparently it was pretty busy. There were a few NID players at the local. He sent me a photo. I didn't go up with him. There was a NID list with, I think, 2 Haruspecs, 3 Exocrine. Oh, what else was there? It's a lot of big bugs. A lot of big bugs you wouldn't, like, normally see. That's kind of cool. So I was just trying to finish some... Oh, Saugus Warriors. Just working on the detail work on them. So I'm trying to paint rope accent pieces against a bright yellow-green skin tone. Every little slip of the brush is showing up as a spot. I'll have to go back over it. Yeah, I understand that. It gets real tedious. It gets real tedious. Knights, Eldari, and Gene Coats are going to run into a lot of no thank yous from random opponents in this edition. I don't get it. Especially for, like, a friendly game. You know, like, just play the game. You both showed up. You both have your armies. Just roll some dice. Learn how to deal with it, I think is my thing. Like, they're not going to go anywhere. Just learn how to deal with it. I don't get it. Mouse going with Canadian bacon. My favorite type of bacon is bacon. Rats, welcome in. How are you? Favorite bacon is the bacon that comes with more bacon. Question about tip dry. How do I stop it on the brush? So you have paint drying on the tip of your brush. What size brush are you using? It's going to be my first question. If you're using one of those very tiny, I'm going to just say it, those kind of gimmicky brushes, it's going to happen a lot. If I decide to circuit next season, I have to do 2 majors. We have Rocky Mountain open here now, but I may travel for Lone Star since I get an LVO ticket in time. We could get Torchies. We could. We could. Erebry says, I'd rather play him as a friendly to experience them and work out playing against... See, exactly. That's how I feel about it, Erebry. If you're not in a tournament situation, just have fun with it. Vampire Painting, welcome in. How are you today? Noob says, let the Knights have their month of awesome for a nerf to uselessness for the rest of the edition, right? There's always going to be something else. So just take the time. A lot of people are not willing to risk a loss. I guess. I think that makes sense in a tournament, but friendly? Friendly? It's only the pickup game in a game. It doesn't do anything. So you lost. Who knows? Who cares? Don't make fun of my 00 brush. Okay. You may have tip dry. You may have tip dry. I played Orcs twice this edition. I hate to say, it wasn't a fair fight either time, but I'm sure it'll even out when the codexes are out. That's, yeah. We're kind of waiting to see that as well. Things change as more updates come out. Codexes come out. I don't know. I can understand getting to a table at a tournament, you're like, oh, knights. But, like, the store? Nah. Roll it out. Plus, you never know. Sometimes, dice just hate people. It could be that knight player just rolls terribly. Imagine not paying with a size 2 brush. Yeah. Going back to the question of the tip dry. If you use a brush with a larger body, it will hold more water. Just make sure you have a brush that will hold a tip. And you are good to go. I don't use those very small brushes because of that. Obviously, right now we're just doing like a tabletop job, so I'm not doing anything fancy. I don't have my new brush or anything out today, but If you are having that issue, try a larger brush that still has a nice tip. Oh, for airbrush, should I add more flow aid? Yes. Try some flow improver. There, we got 2 tips. For brush and for airbrush. Let's see, Eldarian Necrons and Gene Circle are the problem. Knights and Thousand Suns are below theirs. That was, I think, my thing when I played Scott with the Knights. Like, they're hardy. They did some damage, but, like, they're not broken. You just need higher strength stuff. Or things that'll, like, get you your 6s and things. Takes things that have your lethal and your devastating and take those things against the Knights. A lot of people prefer to only play if they will win. I find this attitude a lot of my pre-K and school-age kids. Yeah, that's really annoying. Then, of course, says, the store in my town that no one goes to and everyone's making fun of is running the Twin City Invitational, but registration is open. I got on their Facebook that I don't think they know what the word invitational means, and they blocked me. That's helping their cause, right? Oh no, Sly, you feeling grumpy today? I'm sorry. Well, I hope we can help here. Let me play. I'm just catching up here. Sorry, I'm just skip a few things here. I guess I'm not. I guess not. No one invited to the invitational. Grimmer says, I've yet to win a game in the last, 3 years. I don't care. I got to toss dice and have fun and do wacky stuff like Tank Shock Possessed with a Repulsor. Tank Shock's good now. Let's see. Formula 1 was very dull and very disappointing. They're not surprised. I didn't see the end of it. I had it on the background while I was getting ready. Argello, welcome in. How are you? Storm, hello. Storm Argello, hello. How are you? Welcome to Storm Stream. Storm. So the secondly, I don't know when my steering wheel will arrive. I want to know when the steering wheel will arrive. Thirdly, my internet is being periodically crap. One thing does annoy me. It's patchy internet. I'm sorry. That's a lot of compounding stuff there. I hope that the day gets better. I hope you get an update on your wheel. Honor First, welcome in. How are you? Oh, you didn't know it was this weekend? It is indeed. And finally, it's still 1 week until, we go away for a family holiday. Almost there. Almost there. Can you or Scott set up a tabletop sim play date to make sure I have it set up? We can play properly in the future? Yes. Scott's been chomping at the bit to play, but also has been too busy for us to get the video together. Between D&D and his stream, I have to, get him to sit down and help me get that together. But yeah, Scott will be excited for that. We are almost done with one of our D&D campaigns, and then we get some time back, which I'm excited about. The campaign's been a lot of fun, but it's been over a year, and I'm ready for something else. I'm ready for it to be done. So, and then we get a fair amount of time back. Tantrum over all good, Sly. No, that's a lot all at once. I feel you. Especially when it's something you're excited for. Even if I knew today is D&D with parents, I couldn't go. I'm so excited. I'm excited for such your mom, momming the bandits. I'm excited for more stories. Versus not too bad. Been for a walk with the doggos. Got drenched on the way home. Oh, you guys getting rain? Or wait, drenched with sweat. Which extreme are we talking about here? People sometimes forget it's yeah, I don't know. I'll never understand that, mindset. There are times I won't play, but it's usually because it's the person. It's not the army. If I know someone is just kind of, douchey with the list. I don't want to sign up for that. If it's someone new with maybe a stronger list, that's fine. It's just the real jerks I don't want to play. The local gaming club is setting up an escalation league. First month 500 points, then 750 and 1,000. So until I hit 2,000 points. I won't win it. I don't play super competitive lists at all. But it'll be fun to see the various armies, how they perform against each other. Yeah, I think that's fun. And also seeing the armies build up is really fun. So the choices you make to kind of go up to that next point level is always fun. People kind of take different things. That'll be fun. And he's done being Gnome Rogue, wants to be Gnome Necromancer. She just won Eldritch Blast. No, that campaign is my Bard, and I do Eldritch Blast a lot. I am a Bard Warlock. And that's my job. If everyone's still good, healing-wise, we Eldritch Blast. If we're starting to not be so good, then we heal. Those are, rinse, repeat. I also have counterspell, so I can counterspell once a day. Yeah, that's kind of it, unless I get to do some fancy bard things. Okay, thank you, Reaper. I'll take a look. Definitely rain. I'm sure that felt good after all the heat, though. Like, just a nice rain day after all the heat. I'm sure that felt good. That's OP now. What's OP is we have a paladin sorcerer character. So he's using spell slots with smites, and it's disgusting. He is OP. Bard on its own is not great, is why I dipped into... I was originally going to do sorcerer, but that other character was already a sorcerer paladin. So I dipped a warlock instead. Yeah, bard by itself is not great. You kind of have to dip into something. And Avian says, almost done with the 6 termagants. ADHD painting has kicked in. I have the Beast of Nurgle to work on for a moment. I'm glad you're getting through the termagants. I have my little barbgots lined up for priming later today. Hey, Tripville, welcome in. I have a bard, wait, coffee lock to do the same thing? What is a coffee lock? Avian says, I think I need an organizer. Someone to tell me what to work on. I think that helped with the Tau I did. I mean, Avian, if you need someone to yell at you, I'm your girl. I'm your girl. If everyone isn't feeling good, you can still Eldritch Blast. So stop feeling bad or anything after, yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true. It's been raining pretty consistently for the past week or so. Rest of Europe getting cooked. I saw that on the news that it was, like, ridiculously hot. That, like, all the poor tourists on vacation are just... having to suffer through the heat. And then, yeah, just AC not being as prevalent. Sorganon's pretty broke. It's pretty broken. Yeah. It's, I think Scott's already said for, like, other campaigns, he's not going to allow as many smites to go off as they've been. Because they're pumping out. Like, I was trying to remember how much damage on Friday one of ours did in a turn. It was, like, well over 100 and something damage. Magic, welcome in. How are you? I'm in the process of downloading Baldur's Gate 3, says Erebra. I can't wait to play it. I'm excited. I was waiting for the full launch to also play it. Who else is going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3? I need someone to yell at me 24/7. I got this. I got this. Can I afford your salary to herd this cat? Avian's like, what's your consulting fee? The good news, Avian, if you guys need a reason to be organized, is we now have a thread up for our August Starter Box Challenge. If you guys want to join us for a combat patrol, a boarding patrol, or a Vanguard box, check out the Discord. You're looking for Starter Challenge thread. All August, we're going to be painting boxes together. So if you want to join, all the details are there. We're going to start August 1st. So I have a Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol headed my way. I think it gets here Thursday. So I'll be joining and starting my Emperor's Children Combat Patrol. But if you need a reason to be organized, it's coming. Badger, hello, how are ya? What you up to? We working on the Strem things today. Everybody says, I played the open access thing, so hoping it's still available. Yeah, it should be. I played a little bit when it first came out, and then I was like, I'm just going to wait, because I know I'll like it. I'll play Baldur's Gate 3 eventually, but I won't for a good while. Too expensive. Maybe next summer when it goes on sale or something. Need to pull the box out of the closet? Do it. Get it ready. Get it ready. Did you all know Badger streams? Badger's making a comeback here, yeah. Speaking of organizing, I printed lots of little crystals for my Nid spacing. I already have a running concept of crystal farm. So fields with dirt and crystals, wooden fences, and a few concrete buildings. That'll be fun. Hopefully, for the Nids, I hope that makes the basing easy for the little ones too. I think is the only thing. As long as your little termagants don't take forever to base, because that's the worst. Yeah, anyone else doing some hobby today? What we got? I figure I'll best do some editing. I've got to do a little bit of that today too. I downloaded something that lets me record in vertical for like YouTube shorts and TikTok and things. So I'm gonna mess with that later today. See what I can do. Saucy, yeah. I've been to crystals. Why do Exodite Eldar seem to be hippy-tippy? I still want Exodite. One day. One day. I guess I could have started, like, actually kit bashing to make my own, but I'm not so good at the kit bashing. Might pick your brain about that. Do it. Let me know. It's, what are they called? It's just like an add-on to OBS. But I can get you. Dinosaurs with lasers. Oh, I know. How do you say no to that? You don't. Imagine if there were official kits. Imagine. I would buy them all immediately. Immediately. That's the trick of these kind of objects. They're quick to glue and smother with terrain paste. I got a system now. Okay. Good. I'm glad. I've kind of done the same with, like, basing. It's like I'll try and find something I can 3D print real easy. So I don't have to create something. Just because I don't like basing. The fact that I can just, like, print something and paint it. Like, I've been doing it with my Malifaux stuff. It just makes it a lot easier for me. I don't want to futz with basing. It's not my jam. I know it's some people's jam. That's not mine. You need some wood elves for the Exodites as a starting point. I think I sold all my wood. Those are just going to get harder and harder to... Well, you could 3D print, I guess. While we're on the 3D print boat, you could 3D print some wood elves. You know, print random objects is super helpful. Yeah, not worrying about sculpting and mess and shit. Just print and glue, let's go. Yeah, exactly. I think I was going to do that with my, like, Sigmar or Chaos stuff. Let's print some of the crystals. Kind of match, like, Bellacor's base. Some of that kind of style. But yeah, if you can just print and go, print and go. He said, fully knowing he has the train roller from Q for printing for the Gobos. Let's see, this week, I think we're going to keep cruising on the Salamanders because they're coming along. And I've got some more projects that are going to be coming in soon. In between, we have some Eldar I need to start for Wasted Mind. So I think, I want to say Vulcan for Wednesday on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch me paint Vulcan, that'll be Wednesday over on YouTube. We do have the Contemptor Dreads. And then we have some Eldar. I think that'll be our week. The Tyranids need some airbrushing before I can bring them on again. But we're kind of down to the small bugs left. I've got the Barb Gaunts left and the little Neuro Gaunts. And then it's kind of going back to older bugs and getting some of them updated and finished. So, we'll have to see where they're at. Print whatever you need. Need a bit? Print it. Need a model? Print it. Need a 3D printer? Print it. You joke, but yes. Some of them you have to print a part to put into the printer. William, hello. Stormraven, Stormsword, Stormblade, Stormraven, Stormlord, Starlord. Oh no, not the Stormstroke. Call the Bondulance. How are you? What you up to today? Need a base? Print it. Print it. Pam's not having a strong. Call the Bondulance for Will. How are you? What you up to today? It's a lot of storms. I have to get back for all the wolf, you know? It's wolf, but no one calls out storm. Or blood. Speaking of, need to order new resin. Get you that resin. When the printers can print more printers, that's when the game changes. Yeah, like, some of them you straight up print a part. To, like, finish setup and things. Exactly. Call the Stormvillains. Will, what you up to? How's your weekend? What the hell sound alerts? I'm about to just kill them all. I'm tired of them. Tired of them not working. Tired of them changing when I don't touch anything. I'm tired of it. The closet provided the combat patrol easily. Good. Glad you've got it. Ready to roll? Who else is going to be joining us for Combat Patrol Challenge? I didn't change anything, Son of Horse. It's very annoying. I'm about to just kill them all. What else? Welcome in. How are you today? Norman says, I remember how a dude told me about how he bought a smaller printer, printed parts for a bigger one, and bought a steel plate for it. Then he sold the smaller one. Just using printers to make other printers. My goodness. Can I start building theirs? I don't know. I would say build, yes. I would say save painting for us together. That sound good? Because some people already have the models that they're digging out. So if those are built, that's fine. Just save the painting. We'll paint together. You got your Votan boarding action ready? Let's go. Noob already won the starter box challenge. I did feel bad because I knew some of you were already working on stuff, but we have to pick a start date, and August seemed to be the best for everyone. So that's what it is. But if you want to join us, it's in the Discord. I am trying to figure out if I want to change my color scheme. I'm going to play with some purples and pinks later this week. William says, probably not me, as I made the egregious error of totaling up all the models I've bought in my 3 odd years of hobby. That's a no-no. Don't do that, ever. Never total up the cost. It's like when you play WoW and you do slash playtime, you never do it. Don't do it. Don't recommend it. I do not recommend doing that. It's like using Microsoft Edge to download Mozilla Firefox. That's exactly what it is, yeah. As preparing bases, yeah, as long as the painting we're doing together, I think that makes sense. But if you need to get things prepped, because I cheat, I do this full time. If you need a little help in getting some things prepped and ready to roll for painting, I think go ahead and do that. But then wait, don't paint yet. William says, I'm placing myself on plastic probation. Is there anything that you would now sell? Will, is my question. And I only ask because, like, Scott and I are doing a bit of that, and it's been really nice. Getting some cash back. Kits we're never going to get to. Things we're not interested in anymore. I met the guy with the largest collection in the world last weekend. He spent about $300,000. My goodness. Yeah, getting some money back has been really nice. Just things that I'm never, ever going to work on. So I pose this question to you. Is it worth it? Bill, welcome in. What else would you use Microsoft's browser for? Exactly. Annoyingly, for some reason, my Chrome, when I schedule USPS pickups and drop-offs, it never processes through Chrome. I have to use Microsoft Edge to do that. That one single thing is what I use Edge for. How was your weekend, Bill? What'd you up to today? That one single thing. There's one Combat Patrol box I considered doing. Oh, and it's out of stock. Womp womp. If you are in the States, Landmine over at Mini Stomp says he has lots of Combat Patrols on hand. So if you need to pick one up, I'll recommend that. If you're one of our Europe friends, we are an affiliate of Element Games, !Element, if you want to check that out. I don't have those on my thing, unfortunately. Thank you, Badger and Noob. Thank you. Thank you. Massway says, somewhere I have World Eaters. I don't know if it's enough for Combat Patrol. I don't think it's a Combat Patrol box. I can't find it at the moment. Oh, look. Yeah, if you want to join us. So this is the first time you've worked on these Storm Flyers. I've done the Stormtalon before. So I did a few for some Blood Angels a while back. I think it's my first Stormraven. Yeah, because Scott worked on his. So I'll be my first Stormraven. I'm watching Nikki right now on Microsoft Edge because Twitch killed, the desktop app. You are one of the 2 people that use the desktop app. Blindcast says, I almost sent out a lot of Chaos Dwarves with a 3D printer guy. I looked at all the unfinished things I have. Can always print them later. Yeah. Mousebait says, okay, it's gonna drive me nuts. Looking through the horde to see if I can find it. Good luck, Mousebait. Good luck fighting the horde. Conrad son, welcome in. How are you today? We're painting, we've got a little Stormtalon and then a larger Stormraven. So all the stormy bird things. How are you? All the stormy bird things. Well, not all of them. We don't have the actual storm bird. Not yet. Band of Goblins, hello. Welcome in. How are you? No actual storm bird, just all the others. Let's see. Gotta do the Gladiator and Croxagore Dundee, aka Gitmouth. Fire Raptor is partially a Stormraven kit. Yeah. We have painted that one. And now it looks really pretty on the shelf. Now it's really pretty on the shelf. I'd like a Stormbird, but it's super expensive. It is. It's very pretty, though. It's a pretty, pretty kit. I'm cringing a little bit thinking about the mold release and everything on that, but that's your dream, Mousebait. It's a cool kit. Just being able to plop one on the table. A big old Stormbird. It's kind of like the those games with like the giant titans and stuff. You're just being able to set down a Stormbird. Get it, Nick. What am I gonna do with it, Badger? What am I gonna do with it? I got plenty to paint. It's a legendary paint job, yep. Yep. We're doing well, Band of Goblins. What you been up to this weekend? Light says, Argillo buys Macedon. Also Argillo. Stormbird expensive. Just to make it and paint it, yeah. It would be a cool project. The next Legends big model. Oh, is a falchion. Cool. Let's go. Scott has a falchion, and it is neat. It's a cool tank. My combat patrol argument's out the window. Element has the one I want. Well, don't feel pressured to do it, but if you wanted to join, no pressure at all. It's just if anyone needs the extra motivation to hop in and combat patrol, it is there. It's available. You can come paint with us. Part of that is I would like to do kind of the community, like, showcase, that's what I'm trying to say. Showcase with the project. So that'll be something we do along with it. What a segue. Thank you, Badger. Yeah, if you want to check out the segue we do, or the segment we do, there is our YouTube. I do want to say a giant thank you to everyone who's been watching the VODs. Everyone who's been coming to the YouTube streams. We are now over 1,300 watch hours, so we're getting closer to unlocking the memberships and all of that, so thank you so much. We will be working on Vulcan over there this weekend, so thank you everyone who's been doing that. We're cruising right along over there. This game says, one day, one happy, glorious, insane day, I'm getting a Phantom Titan to put on the table. Just see the look on the face of my opponent. Do it. I have is it the Revenant, the smaller one, that I was really excited for, but then we had a batch of a lot of Forge World, and I had to put it away for a little bit. I had to put it away a little bit. So Amian says, remember to download the rules for the combat patrol, so you know what the loadout has to be. Yes, the rules are also in that thread for the starter box challenge. So if you guys want to join, there is a pinned message. So a lot of people were kind of going back and forth, talking about what they want to pick up. If you clicked on pinned messages, you can get the full details, and I put the rules in there as well. Trace the outline of a Stormbird on a piece of cardboard from recycled Amazon box with a Sharpie. Call it a day. Done. Jazzy, thank you so much for that sub for 34 months of support. How are you today? It's been a while. Keep being great whenever you do it. Thank you so much, Jazzy. I appreciate it. How's your weekend? It sounded like you had a busy weekend, from what I remember in the Discord. How's it going? YouTube showcase, that's right. That's right. It's not my fault. The Mastodon's one of the coolest models in the game. Big agree. I kept looking for an excuse to get one, but didn't make sense for me. When I got the email from you, I'm like, yes. Yes, let's do this. Let's do this. It would have just been my Wolfen if I could have taken one. It didn't make a lot of sense for me. But we get to do a green one. Salamanders one. Do I have to card the loadout? Since it's fixed, can I rule of cool instead? I also want to build the World Eater Juglord as the name dude. I was gonna say, for the challenge, I don't care. If you're not going to be actually playing Combat Patrol, then whatever you want to do. Yeah, I guess it depends who you play with on a force. If you can just, like, rule or cool it. Because, yeah, if the loadout's never actually changing. I wouldn't think so, but I think it's if you wanted to do other events and stuff with them. If it's you and buddies, then. For our stuff, I don't care. Just be whoever you're playing after. Why buy one when you can buy three? Good point. People I play with won't care at all, then yeah. I feel like that's rule of cool it then. Should be getting ready to go over to the house to paint. Had a wedding to go to yesterday. Did the DMV. I'm tired still, I can imagine. I'm glad your DMV stuff went okay. The last time I had to go and, like, renew my stuff, it took me half the day. I was there. I got to the office before they opened. The line was already, like, around the building. And then I was just there for, like, 6 hours. It was awful. I almost missed lunch with a friend. I had to, like, tell her I might be late. So I'm glad yours was, yeah, no, it was ridiculous on her first. I'm trying to remember if it was, I don't think it was during COVID. I think it was, like, right before. Yeah, it was insane. It's the dumbest thing. Apparently another office you can do, you can, like, reserve a time. But, like, my brother tried that, and it's, like, a month away. It's so dumb. Let's see. It's accent wall day. So pretty colors now. Nice. What kind of accent colors are we going with? That'll be fun. That's going to change up those rooms a lot. Noob says, I totally built my aggressors wrong because they look cooler. Other people can deal with it. Hey, Cujo Fire. Welcome in. How are you? New to the stream. Love the chill vibes. Perfect for painting. Thank you so much for coming to paint with us. I appreciate that. What are you working on today, if you don't mind me asking? Timothy, welcome in. No, you. How are you? No, you. For anyone who may be coming in, hello, I'm Nikki. We paint a lot of Warhammer here. Right now we're working on, this is a larger Salamander commission army. So I've got a little Stormtalon here. We've still got sub-assemblies. And then as soon as we kind of get to a point where this is drying or kind of finished, then we have the Stormraven to hop over to. Which is also in sub-assemblies, which is why you see pieces missing. But welcome on in. We're happy to have you. Other than this, I've been working on my Tyranids for 10th edition. So those are kind of my big projects at the moment. And then I built some Kingdom Death. For anyone who missed it. I built Slender Man. We'll be working on him, I think, next weekend. Once I get him primed and we figure out our color scheme. But he's real creepy. And I also built some Malifaux yesterday, so that's what I've got. Bill says, during the pandemic, Ohio's DMV started allowing you to schedule when you want to show up. Same day only, I think. Not quite an appointment, but basically an appointment. Go to New Mexico. We have the DMV and the, wait, MVD? One is the government agency. Oh, one's a private company. Interesting. So there's a pinky magenta in the bedroom, a tealy blue in the office, and eventually, ooh, some red in the kitchen. Ikuja says, just finish up the Star Master, getting ready to start the Star Priest. Nice. I still need to get back to my Star Master. All those details on the chair, I had to set him aside for a little bit. He's got a lot of details. Well, that sounds like fun. These will be all my first aircraft for the Salamanders. Let's go. I've been giving up and losing the war, the air war no longer. Our girl has had enough. Throw them all in. I'm thinking head to Adepticon. Might be a good idea to have a small combat patrol to play with the other chatters, and Nikki, or even Scott. Yeah, if he's not in an event. But that's exactly my thought with the combat patrol. Having something we can all like play at the end is nice. It's nice to think about. If we wanted to take them to Adepticon, we could. Playing locally, having that little force ready to go is pretty nice. So we'll see how the challenge goes. We'll see how many people complete. They had a funny happening. Last year they made 2 law changes at once, coming into effect 2 months after. They invalidated our old government IDs from signing documents electronically, made electronic communication with the country mandatory for self-employed people. They essentially made us US DMV simulator. Oh no. Oh no. We don't want that. Oh, sorry. Sadie's Borkin. No. I think I'm 2 model shorts for the Tau Combat Patrol. Again, no pressure on the Combat Patrol thing. Just if anyone wants to hop in, it is there. Extra motivation to get it started or get it finished. She Borkin. There's someone out front. Oh, now she growl. Ferocious. Yes. Everyone says, has anyone got the Astra Militarum Combat Patrol box? What weapon does the Sentinel come with? If you download the rules, it should say what it'll come with. So if you go to the PDF, should have everything in there. People need changing IDs all at once, so it was rough. 12-hour lines at government offices. That sounds awful. And I'm sure there was like a deadline. It all had to be done, right? That's what I always hate, is like waiting for these things, like, so you have all the proper paperwork. The fact that you can like get pulled over while having, I think here they just kind of give you a warning. Like if you can prove you've got an appointment or something, then you're good. But just the fact that you're not legal until it gets all taken care of. Oh, thank you, Avian. There is the link again if you guys need it. If you don't want to fight through the Discord right now. Just check the Space Marine Combat Patrol. 5 Bernie Boys, 5 Termies, Librarian, and Captain. Sounds doable? Let's do it. Let's do it. If anyone missed it, if you want to build your minis ahead of time, please feel free. Just save any painting for the challenge. Can't tell from the box, gotcha. Hey Snazak, how are you? It's going well here. How are you? It's been a quieter weekend here, which is nice. I needed it, honestly. I started watching Blue Lock, the anime, which has been very good. I played some games. I need to grind out, I'm trying to decide if I want to grind out the rest of Street Fighter's stuff to get the Rashid clothes. I got most of them. It's the last couple I'm missing. I don't know if I feel like doing that today. Yeah, built my minis. Took it easy. The Sentinel comes with HK, plasma cannon. Is that close combat weapon? Can't use the plasma cannon in Horus here. Oh, gotcha. We're planning across the systems here. I gotcha. Sister's spending her first few nights in her new place, so my house is much quieter. I can imagine, yeah. It's always weird. I remember when I moved out and just how weird it was. Just not being around the people that you're usually with, like, all the time. It's weird. So it's like, doing great. Finished my first Gargant, got a whopping 3 likes for it on Twitter. Nice. Oh, Twitter. Twitter just makes me angry now. Like, I try to keep up with some of it, but... Oh, Twitter. Alright, I think that's good for metallics for now. What else have we got for our little, I've got the canopy for this over here. I think a lot of the stuff I have left over here is for the Stormraven. Let's hop over to the Stormraven, because it's cool, and it should be on stream. Sorry, little Stormtalon. You're gonna have to let your metallics dry and then we'll come back to you. Alright, Stormraven. Let's do this. Let's do this. Where do we want to start? We got our little tech marine. We've got, I did go ahead and do the canopy in black. So that'll fit here. Just to break it up a little bit there. We've got the, we got more black for the canopy here as well. Let's just start there, I guess. Move over, Whittleflower. Chonk incoming. That's right. Move over, potato. On our verses, we've gone from 7 doggos under one roof. Oh, to 3. I didn't realize so many of them were there. That's a lot of doggos. Ravenwise is probably going to start building the Hearthkin Warriors early. I've had to plan out the squad so I don't end up being another, oops, I build too many special options. Don't have a proper squad situation, so that's a good idea. I built like 20 of them already. I don't have any combination of legal squad. Bill says I sign up for Threads, only started ignoring it like I have been ignoring Twitter for the last 10 years. I also have not been on Threads very much. I have it, just in case, because it seems like, I don't know, it seems like the best option so far, but yeah, I kind of feel bad for neglecting it. I need to get back on it. I didn't realize how aggressively priced. Oh, the combat patrol is? Yeah. Hey, Boop, hello, how are you today? We have switched over to our Stormraven. How are you? More work for the Salamanders today. You guys want to know some of the other projects we've got coming soon? We've got the Eldar I mentioned. So that'll be... I will start them this week. I don't know that they'll be on stream this week. We have some Chaos Knights coming, which I'm very excited about. The Seraphon I'm going to continue building off stream. And then they will come on. We have some characters coming. That's still kind of in the works. And then some more Imperial Fists. After a few more of the Salamanders kind of finished up here. Maybe worse than Mus. He's smart enough to keep it quiet. Don't you love 3 of the front runner social medias being run by the same incompetent company? Isn't it great? TikTok's still my favorite. I still spend the most time on TikTok. Which, of course, is the one they're beefing with. Which is why they're beefing with it. Yeah, I've been spending way more time over there. I would say that and Instagram are kind of where I spend my time now. I hate Twitter. Didn't like Threads. That's fair. The 2 models I need for Tau, MSRP for 125. The whole box is 160. Yep. No, it's, when it comes to starter sets, Games Workshop goes pretty aggressive with pricing. Just to get you in. It makes way more sense, usually, to go ahead and get the box than to buy the things individually. Like the black for the canopy. Yeah, I think it's a nice spot to break it up. Selfishly, it's also easier to airbrush that way, because it's a separate piece. Though I don't mind masking off for other spots. But I like the canopy's a nice, easy way to break it up. It's, especially when you get to these larger ones. It's a lot of one color. Getting to break it up a little bit helps. The new Cadian girl costs $40. A whole squad of 10 new guardsmen costs $50. I saw a lot of people upset about the price for Minka-esque. What do we think? What do we think of that pricing? I think it's because that's just kind of their character pricing. Like, across the board. It doesn't really matter, like... Obviously, unless the character is much bigger. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. That's gonna be the price. Do we feel it's too high? She should be 25. Yeah, she's just a Cadian guardsman. But all characters should be 25. I feel like 35 was kind of that, like, borderline price, right? Going up to 40 seems a little steep. Especially for a character like that. It seems a little steep. In my opinion. So the orc starter set was perfect. Quick way to make mobs. Yeah. I don't know about GW starter sets now. Starter set used to be less than $100 not that long ago. Do these have that many more models inside? I'm trying to remember. I feel like you get like at least one larger model now. So like they usually have like the Impulsor or a Dreadnought in them. And I don't remember how many of those older kits had that. Is what I'm a little stuck on. Trying to answer your question. It's cheap. Oh, for GW, I mean. I don't know. I feel like it's a little rough. Hey, Ponair, welcome in. Parentary Plus is limited time. They're taking advantage of FOMO. GW likes FOMO, which is frustrating. I'm not a fan of the FOMO tactics at all. How are you today? Welcome in. Frosty, hello. Nicholas, hello. How are we doing? Sorry, you come in as I'm annoyed at FOMO, but we're working on a Stormraven for the Salamanders. We have more edges to highlight. So excited. I bought the new Son of Horus model from Forge World, so that's my baseline. I don't even want to think about Forge World. I threw on, since I'm looking at Emperor's Children, I threw on some of the Emperor's Children characters on my throne, and like, realizing I'd have to save for a lot of those, it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to Forge World anymore. I don't know if I want to do this. I feel like they lose some amount of profit margin on the extra dudes, make up for the loss on characters you don't run multiple of. Combat drones are slightly larger than the start collecting. Yeah, I feel like they were a little bit more, but I wasn't sure. Frosty, how's your weekend? Do you mask a lot of airbrushing for just straight lines? I go from airbrush to brush to finish off details closer to the edges. Flow improver was very helpful, good. What ratio is best for paint thinner and flow improver? I use 20 drops of thinner, 10 flow, and 10 paint. Oh my goodness, you're doing big batches. You've got gigantic batches. So I don't use a whole lot of thinner, I'll be honest. I have a lot of paint dry with thinner. So I usually just use the flow improver. The annoying answer, but the correct answer is it'll depend on the paint. So if I give you a ratio, but your paint is a lot thicker or a lot thinner than the ratio I give you, then it doesn't help. You're going to be looking for the paint consistency. So for me, my check, when I'm checking paint consistency for like base coats, layers, things like that, is I will actually bring my, like what I'm mixing the paint in the cup with, I'll bring it to the edge of the cup. You want it to kind of stick for a second and then run down the cup. You don't want it to just stay, and you don't want it to immediately flow down. So you want that little bit, you're kind of looking for in between. But you're looking for that consistency. And unfortunately, I can't give you a mathematical ratio for that. Depending on the paint that you're using. Nocturne, welcome in. Squeezel, hello. How you doing? Well, these are some characters you get additional bits. Space Marine Banner Guy comes with 2 banners. I could kit bash a second one. Agassiz Lieutenant has unique weapon bits. Canadian Girl has the lasgun or the sword. I do like that they have the options. There is a badger here. What you up to this weekend, Squeezel? Frosty's doing good. Just busy working. I hope work's going well. Yeah, sorry, Rats, I can't give you an exact, but no opinions, only full maths. That's right. The answer that I gave, while harder to figure out initially, will help you on the long run. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully that clicks. I think as soon as you see that and it clicks, you're good. Depends on the weather. Yeah, if it's very humid or very dry. So like when I airbrush in the summer versus in the winter, it's different. But if you go for the consistency rather than the exact number, you're going to be in a good spot. Squeeze. Vanna Goblin says, question for chat. Purely cosmetic. Do I put the pennant or the warp jump pack on my autark? I like the pennant. I think that would be mine. Chat, what do you think for Bandit Goblins? Bad welcome in. How are you? How's the green going? We have lots of green today. Here's how it's going. So we've got our Stormtalon. We have moved to the Stormraven. We're just cruising. We're trying to get these. I don't want to say finished, but get these pretty far along today is my plan. The Salamanders are needed for battle here with 10th, so trying to get them knocked out. So do you know if the Horus Heresy Legion upgrade headsets are the same as Primaris heads? Chat, do we know? I know that the models are scaled up, but still not quite Primaris size. Yeah, I don't think it's an exact. Are they the size as older Marine heads? Slightly smaller? I guess that's my question. Are they in between? Bedhev says a back banner and a goblin green base. Let's go. Probably close enough. I feel like that's the answer from what I've seen. They usually fit Primaris. Okay, thank you, chat. That's what I thought I had seen, but I haven't done enough to say. Thank you, thank you. Depends what you see your person doing, using the pennant or the warp jump. They said cosmetic, so it may not matter. In that, if you're playing someone who doesn't care. Sounds like we may be rule of cooling it a little bit for the question. The shoulder pads and heads are indistinguishable in size when the model is assembled. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. It doesn't do jump pack stuff anymore. Oh, it's just cosmetic. So even if they did, then... Scorch Panda, welcome in. This is the Stormraven. I did it. I got the right one, Scorch Panda. We have a Stormraven, and we have our little Stormtalon back. So trying to get them finished up here in the next... Oh, later this week, probably. Get them finished up. That was the other thing. Let me show you what else I finished here. I don't know if Urgula's still here. So he still needs his shoulders, obviously, and a base. But we got the orange plasma. So he's all now together. We were working on him last week together. And then the impulsor. Keep trying to call it a gladiator. We got headlights and things to finish. We're going to put the, I'm going to call them treads. We got all the plates to put on. And a couple more highlights for the back. And then it is also ready. I'm so excited. We cruising along here. Yeah! So we're getting there. And then we got to pick out some fun decals. That's kind of the, yeah. I'm so glad. I'm loving them. I think they look sweet. I got in the groove after stream the other day and just kept working on them. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sarkarius, welcome in. How are you? How's your weekend? Yeah, sorry, Scorchman. It's missing a lot of things. So we have it in sub-assemblies. We're missing wings. We're missing like a top turret. There's all kinds of stuff missing at the moment. Bill says, I stumbled on the full version of the Space Marine movie on YouTube the other day. I made the mistake of watching it to see if it was as bad as I remembered. It was not. It was worse. I have it sitting back there in my nerd corner. Yeah, off screen is the Stormbird, Stormlord, Stormsurge, Storm. Amy says, thank you for the go ahead on the build. Built the Primaris Chaplain onto the Redemptor. Let's go, Avian. Let's go. Sly says, alright, enough messing around. Let's get paint on a brush and then on a model. Let's go. What you got today, Sly? So Carrie says, I set everything up this afternoon to prime and base color the second half of my Heresy army and second half of my Legion army. Everything was good to go, except I ran out of primer. I hate that, Sir Curious. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's the worst. Or like you start and then you run out of primer. You're just playing like primer chicken to see if you have enough. It's the worst. I'm sorry. I hope you can get some primer here soon. Yep. Yep. Mantis, welcome in. How are you today? We're working on a Stormraven. What you got this weekend? Pennant it is, even if it's a giant shoot me right here in the air. I just think they're cool. Pennants and banners are always cool for Warhammer. They're very Warhammer and I love them. Like, let's bring back the back banners. Just bring them back. Storm. Exactly. Let's see, my poor White was more dehydrated than Lord Croak. I did use an airbrush. Yeah, I do an airbrush for all of my priming and then all of my big gradients. So it just keeps, one, it saves me a ton of time. And then two, it goes on nice and smooth for any of the things I'm doing by hand. So I do a lot of airbrush with my work. I like the effect it gives. The decals are going to be so cool. If you have any specifically that you want me to use, and obviously we can email after, I'll just need to know that. Otherwise, we'll just make them as cool as we can. we just grab all the cool stuff and throw them on. I'm sorry I spilled and posed my stuff. The arms will come off the dread sleeves. No, you're good. But bodies are glued to legs and base. Yeah, no good. No good, all worries. No worries, all good. No, you do more kit bashing and things. It's all good. I need to get myself one. Do it. Do it. All good, Live Madness. Do your thing. We will paint that thing. Hey, Monumenta, welcome in. What kind of brush are you using? I am using, if you do exclamation brushes, it is a Raphael Kalinsky Sable. This one right here has seen much better days. This is an older brush. But the Sable, I like the way that it holds water for layering, for glazing. So I will submit... Oh, bot. What are you doing? Here. So this is a Raphael. This is a number 2, 8404. Oh, I see it. Sorry. Scorch Panda got it. I just saw the timeout. But yeah, if you go to that link, you can see it. I use Jackson Arts because they're having trouble importing a lot of the Sable to the States. Jackson Art has a really quick turnaround. So that's what I've been using. Let me scroll up here. Let's see, I'm planning on getting a night sooner or later. Just painting that bad boy up with no airbrush may take some time. It will, yeah. Yeah. Can my Autark please be allowed to join Aspect Warriors again instead of Guardians only? Maybe. Maybe. We're waiting for the new ones, right? Hey Trench, welcome in. What green did you use as the base? So the airbrush portion is just the regular Salamanders workup. It is Wog Flesh and Warpstone Glow. How are you? Is there anything you're working on? Hey Oni-chan, welcome in. What are the benefits of spray painting? New to all this. Do you mean like with a rattle can or airbrushing? Either way, it tends to have a much smoother finish. So rather than going in with a brush and just paint, because you will see brush strokes. So as you're painting, especially over large panels like this, it's really easy to see the brush strokes. If you're spraying, you get that nice, easy coverage and you don't see brush strokes. It also saves you a lot of time because instead of paint, you spray. So those are the biggest benefits, is no brush strokes. You save a lot of time. Slam, twerking doesn't help. You have to twerk harder. Yeah. Keep going. Slam, how are you? Oh, thank you for lurking. I hope twerking is going well. Twerk harder. Give it all she's got. Do you have a stockpile of different decals? Do people mail in the ones they might want for their commission? Yeah. So if it's kind of the generic Space Marine-y stuff, we have a lot of those just from commissions. If there are specific ones, then we will order those ahead of time. Or if the client already has them, they'll send them or provide them. If it's kind of the generic Space Marine-y stuff, we have those just from kits. But if you want to go for the Forge World stuff, or some people have done custom ones. We've ordered custom ones for nights before. We just get those ahead of time. You only fill them with Fluid. I usually do Flow Improver, yeah. I've had, the thinner can be good. For me, it dries in the brush really quickly. So I kind of gave up on it because I was tired of having to clean my airbrush. So I tend to go with Flow Improver, yeah. Flow Improver is also great if you work with a lot of colors that are closer to white. So if you're working with a lot of yellow, white, those pigments tend to break apart a lot easier than some of the other colors. having that flow improver helps to bind those pigments together a little better than if you were using a thinner or just water. So it's a good thing to have on hand. Sam says, guys, I'm twerking so hard and it went so wrong earlier. Oh no, I'm sorry. Back to twerk when it swing by and say, oh hi, thank you so much for swinging by. I hope that it gets better here. I'll come bug you later. Make sure you're still alive. Wellness check on Dr. Slam. One thing before you leave. There was a badger stream last night, Slam. Now you can go back to twerking. It's not a legally recognized twerk if it doesn't make a whip cracking sound. Give head pats to provide twerk energy, yes. Summon your twerk energy for Slam. Son of a... That's okay, hopefully here soon. Maximum twerk, that's right. That's the only way Slam operates. It's under maximum twerk. What has been keeping you so busy? Yeah, PhD. Thesis stuff. Thesis is seeming. Slam is actually becoming Dr. Slam. Twerking hard or hardly twerking? Asking the real questions. I love that this stream is a mix of paint advice and teasing my mod about twerking. This is the chaos I live for. But yeah, if anyone else has any questions about airbrushing, my plan is to do some airbrushing videos. I'm actually going to be doing a video for my Tyranids here soon. It's, I'm trying to figure out if I go ahead and invest in a setup away from the stream setup, because obviously there's cameras and stuff here. I don't have like a mobile way to do that other than my phone. So that's kind of what I'm having to figure out now. Imagine doing a PhD to become a doctor and believe that as a result would show more respect. You have questions, Live Menace? I'm scared. Do you have hobby questions? But you're not gonna like... Have a good one, Sam. Hope today goes better. After it all apparently went all wrong. I hope it goes better. That's good. I'm so used to bad news over the last few years. It makes me happy to hear that. You'll do great. Slam's crushing it. I know it is a ton of work, but Slam's crushing it. Very, very proud of Slam. Karma Patrol Challenge has me using an airbrush for something beyond priming. Yes. Yes, we love to see it. We love to see it. Worth it right there. Worth it right there. Nah, airbrush is great. There are very few things where I'm like, just buy such and such. The airbrush is the exception. I think, especially if you have an army, if you like to have lots of armies, it just saves so much time. If you've got big vehicles, knights, it just saves you so much hassle. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the investment. Have to cut corners where I can for speed. I mean, that's the other thing. If you're going for tabletop, yeah, pick the things that are going to make an impact. That's what I do with mine. I'm not gonna sit there and highlight every single thing on a Termagant. Whatever I want to have that impact, get it done for tabletop, yeah. Not everything has to be display, best quality stuff. If the goal is to just play, get it to where you can play. I'm just saying that in case anyone needs to hear it. World Eaters for 40k. Ooh, Heresy colors or red? I'm kind of tending toward red because I was going to say, if you didn't already have the Heresy army, I would say the blue because it's fun. Because you already have them, the red could be fun. Something a little different. Say, I love the Heresy scheme, but I tend to go with Heresy schemes for like everything. For example, my new Emperor's Children will be Heresy scheme. Kind of more of the magenta-y pink highlights with purple. Basically, I'm going to match my fulcrum is my plan. So I'm a little biased toward Heresy colors. My Space Wolves are their Heresy grays. I still think airbrushes are cheating, but mainly because I don't have one. Don't have any place, kind of place for one. It's wild. I don't see it as much now. There for a while. Anytime you said airbrush, people are like, oh, it's airbrush. It's like, yeah. How many armies have you finished? Random internet man. Random internet man with anime profile. How many armies have you finished? Madame says, it's 19 models in a month. I typically do 4 to 6. That means no freehand insignias. This you can always do it after. Yeah. Get those colors down. Come back later if you want. Hoot, hello. How are ya? How's your weekend? So I'm embraced with the Votan army. Good enough is a valid paint model. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Red says, as a procrastinator perfectionist, I needed to hear that. When I figured that out for myself, that's when I got my Space Wolf army done. Ah, thank you. I like the gray. I think it suits them better, I think. I want to start painting Space Marines at some point. They're fun. There's a lot of like starter kits and things too, if you wanted like a small group to work on first. You can do a regular flying base for this, yeah. Or no base. It'll have a regular flyer base, yeah. My man says, the guy whose little baby Bjorn Torgaradon punched out was using the hair scheme. It looks a lot better, I think. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I think it looks a lot better for them. Imagine how much painting I'd get done if I had an airbrush. They have the airbrush hoods, Sly. It is an option. We didn't airbrush the bases. I don't know how it would work, but I hate basing. Blondcast says, my dream is not complicated. I want a shed with an airbrush and a 3D printer. It's for everyone's mental health that I don't have one. Yeah, let us feel like we can complete some things, Sly. Please. Please. Catching up here. I knew I should have got another direwolf before when I was stock. Are we getting plastic dire? I feel like I saw that. Are the direwolves coming to plastic for Titanicus? Hoot says, I grabbed Vermintide 2 in the summer sale. It's so much more fun than Darktide. That's why I'm so upset at Darktide, Hoot. Is seeing what Vermintide 2 was. And that's what I wanted. I wanted Vermintide 2 before 40k. And nope. That's why I'm so disappointed. Everyone says, my only issue is I wish tutorials would sometimes say airbrush. As I've clicked on so many speed paint Iron Warriors, a simple Iron Warrior scheme, it's like 4 layers of airbrushing. Hey, the Amish Steak, welcome in. How are ya? I've always been amused at the sheer overlap in the Venn diagram of gatekeeping guys who wail, airbrushes are shortcut, you're cheating. The guys who are dunking their minis in min wax like they were crunching red hot steel. Yep. It's a circle. How are you today? Welcome in. Is there anything you're working on? Yeah, it's you can smell out those people too. It's just like, come on. Come on. I don't know. I am so glad I've met so many people online for like Warhammer and mini painting. But for everyone, you run into those too. You run into those clowns. It's ridiculous. So I says, I'm reckoning I'm 30% of the way to achieving my goal of painting every Age of Sigmar army at this point. It's so nuts. So cool, though. So cool. Corrected me about it's plastic. Okay, yes. Avian saying plastic, Son of Horus saying plastic. That's what I thought. So you could just wait for the plastic. I'm not sure if they said. I fully expect them to repack all the stuff. Yeah. I think Aeronautica will get some repacking. Titanicus stuff get repacked. I have one, I just want another. Okay. Well, if they don't come back, and it may be because it's coming to plastic, that they're out of stock. People get mad at technology advancements are strange. Do you think cars and driving is cheating? Walk everywhere, stupid. Yeah. Why are you complaining about something that makes your life easier? It's the weirdest thing. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. Let me just blend this entire vehicle by hand. Like, that sounds like a nightmare. Why would I do that? You think oven stones are cheating? Build a fire pit. Cook it all that way. Yup. Let's see. Norman back with a barbecue update. Finish the meat. Meat a cheese sauce to go with it. Fried taters. Finish eating, ready to part into food coma. Enjoy. That sounds delicious. I am jealous. I made steak sorry. I don't know why I said steak. Because you're cooking. Shrimp fajitas last night. And that's what I get to nom on later. They're easy for my diet. I'm very excited about them. Blondcast says, I was explaining the Warhammer community to my therapist. I explained it's cool people, smelly bedrock nerds, and actual fascists. Yep, that's this community of cool people. It's quite a mix. It's quite a mix. I'm rebounding after spending most of the weekend in a dark place, struggling to type because of husky existing keyboard and chair. Arguing myself over getting off my butt and finishing this tank I've been afraid of for months. If you need some company, because sometimes it helps me, we will be here for what? Another almost 2 hours if you want some company. I am glad Husky is there for company as well. I'm sorry for Dark Place, but hopefully we can help here. We're here to hobby together. Why don't you just go and airbrush your stupid car? Oh wait, that doesn't work. I feel like airbrush is pretty well accepted in the mini painting world these days. I haven't heard it called in cheating in years. It's been a little bit. But then it's always something else, right? That stopped, and then Contrast came out, right? You guys remember how... You guys remember all the comments about Contrast, right? It's always something. People always find something to complain about while not painting their own stuff. Heaven forbid you have more tools in the toolbox. What an awful thing. After needing to strip it 4 to 5 times, just get the base camo where I want it. I'm afraid of messing it up. Our pictures, I can get you a permit. I might have to do it myself. If you have a link, let me know when you're ready. Otherwise, we do have our Discord. I'll throw that in there in case that's easier. Our Discord is kind of our home away from home. An easy place to share pictures. I'll also throw in my socials in case you want to see what else we're working on. Okay, let me get you our permit. I think my mods are busy today. Okay, you should be good now. Let me take a look. I wanna see Husky. Oh, look how happy. So cute. So cute. My little one is behind me. I have a Sheltie. Exclamation Sadie. There's a clip of her if you want to see her. Oh, she just came because she heard her name. The only minis I use are bespoke sculpts. Real gamers make their own stuff. Yeah. He was incredibly happy that I stood up. Oh, assuming we're going outside. Yep. Ball, 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 ball. So Grace says, I need to finish at least 107 models by August 27th. Without an airbrush, I'd be screwed. Yep. I think, yeah, it's just... Painting an entire army without some kind of system. I'm not saying necessarily airbrush. But a rattle can help, if that's helping with priming and with your base coats. Contrast. I think contrast is especially good for like Age of Sigmar. Because you've got all those really organic shapes and things where the contrast can kind of settle. But it works for 40k as well. You have to have some kind of system worked out. Whatever you want to work with. And that'll help you get your stuff together. I got a chemistry degree to formulate my own paints. What did you do? Buy them? I'm grinding my own flowers that I grew myself into paint. If you're not doing that, are you even painting? No. Contrast Dryads. Enough said. Yep, done. Done. I mean, we did a whole, 2 streams of contrasting my Skaven. We got, I think, 107 Skaven done. Over 2 8-hour streams. Maybe not 8 hours. But yeah, we knocked out an army. Dip and drip. We got that drip here. If it gets you ready to play, it's good to go. I want to start painting Space Marines as a hobby, but I don't know where to start. Alright. Would you be playing with these at some point? Or is it strictly for painting? I will point you to the Games Workshop website. There are a couple different starter sets that include miniatures and paint. And I would point you there. I will also point you to the Warhammer YouTube because they have videos that kind of show how they use their paint. So as far as putting a base coat down, putting down washes, doing a highlight. So I think those are really good for beginners. Obviously, I can answer any questions, but if you wanted to watch a few things ahead of time to kind of know what you're getting into, I would point you there. And then if you wanted to pick up one of those kits that have paint and miniatures, they have that. And then, yeah, if you run into anything, if you have any questions, we are here. Let us know. Heinz 12 empty cans of Rust-Oleum Black Primer. Who would use Rattle Can? I use Rattle Can for Forge World because the Citadel one's expensive, but it etches in, so it can etch into the Forge World. Even with we know how much they love their mold release agent. It kind of etches through some of that. Bill says, back in the day, I painted 100 Orc Horde by hand. Thank God for the airbrush. And so speaking of painting, we did a lot of painting this summer in summer session with school agers. We did Bob Ross paint along in oils, first time they used them. Sorry, I'm catching up here. We did a lot of unusual things as paintbrushes. Learned about color and light, lots of science. We also didn't know a rabbit hole of where pigments come from, so that's amazing. Yeah, it's really cool to see. Renoi says, black touch-up's done for the 4 Votan. Now time for breakfast, then metal and gray touch-up glued all together, and then wash. Let's go. Let's go. Gas black is amazing. If I could use Rattle Cans here, I would. It's a little pricey, but it is really nice, yeah. I think that's my only thing. So I think it's a little steep, so I just save it for Forge World, but... There's an Iron Hands list running 7 dreads at LSO. He needs another Brutalis and Ballistas for a full 9. Scott sent me a photo of Chaos Knights, and I think it was 12 of the, like the War Dog, the armature-sized knights. It was kind of cool to see. I don't know how well it's doing, but he sent me a photo of it. Wandering the tables in between games. Get headed out, Erebry. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye-byes for now. Extremely spicy, but so smooth. Yeah. Every other Space Marine army is running multiple Gladiator Lancers. Trying to think if he said anything else about the 40k side of things. Said it was a lot of knights, a lot of Eldar Custodes. It kind of seemed like the general meta thing was happening. I don't know how much time you got to wander around. We have friends playing in the Sigmar side too, so he's over there with them. What's the green base used on Salamanders? So it is Wog Flesh and Warpstone is what I've got here. And then Moot Green for the edges. Tons of Knights and Elves, yeah. Armature's War Dogs must be a requirement for the Knights if you don't branch out into allies. That's kind of all I got, yeah. Aw, thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. And yeah, if you have any other questions, let us know. We are happy to help. There are lots of things we've learned the hard way, so if we can help, we'll do that. Thank you. Gas Marine's doing well too. I need to look into, since I'm building my combat patrol. Because I guess, Chaos fans. If I'm doing Emperor's Children, I'm looking at a lot of cultists, right? I'm looking at Noise Marines, cultists. Is there something else I need to be looking into? I know Possessed are doing well, but I just painted 18 of them and I don't want to paint anymore. I can't do that right now. Other things I can look at. I can't do Possessed right now. Oh, Abaddon? Eldar doing well because of Wraith Knights and Fate Dice, yeah. Mood Green, I love. This is so fun, and I need more projects with it. It's such a lovely color, and honestly, it's really nice to work. Like, it's a nice consistency paint, too. Do I need to use an airbrush? You don't need to, no. I would say if you're just getting started, I wouldn't worry about it. You can do everything by hand. I think when you get to some of these bigger things, the airbrush helps, but you don't have to, no. I think a lot of people start with the rattle cans for priming and for base coating. So if you wanted to go that route, I would probably recommend that first, just to see if you like everything. If you end up liking the hobby, then it may be a good investment, but if you're just getting started, you don't have to. Forge Fiend's also slapping? Okay. Abby's a good shout and a blob of Termies. What about Blooded Guard? Are they doing alright in those lists? They aren't bad, but cultists cap objectives. Oh, even after they die. Forge Fiends, I really like the Forge Fiends. We did several Forge Fiends for the Black Legion, and I would still paint more of them. Like, the kit's just that cool. The kit's just that cool. Okay, sorry, my hair is bothering me. Feels weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, good old fail, but on the armless. That's right. Oh. Maybe Candy Red? Good bit of black trim or panels. Oh, for your World Eaters? Refresh my memory. Were you doing Candy Red for the Thousand Suns? I'm doing purple and gold, yeah. We'll do the, it's kind of the magenta-y purple Alive Menace. It's kind of what I'm thinking of. I'm going to get it kind of nailed down here this week. That way I can cruise along with you guys. Hey, Delta. I painted Angren, had so much fun. I'm trying to find someone to trade me an unpainted one for him. Delta's like, I want to go again. How are you today? I am so glad you had fun with Angron. I'd love to paint an Angron. At some point here. Once we get caught up on things. I think it would be a lot of fun. So I can understand. I hope that you're able to paint another one. How are you today? I kind of did it for the Thousand Suns. It came out kind of more violet. My undercoat, I think. Ah, okay. If you wanted to give it another go. I just didn't know if you want two armies. How much variety you want for the armies, I guess. Heresy Schemes for life. That's right. Nikki, Heresy Schemes. They just look better. Like, across the board, I think they just look better. I'm trying to think of one army where I'm like, yes, I'd rather have the 40k scheme. And I can't think of one. Like, if it has a Heresy scheme, I like it more. I think Sadie wants to play. I might have to take a quick beer back and see if she needs outside while we growling. There's no Scott to help me today, so I might have to go let her out in a second. Even though we played before stream and we went outside before stream. Now is the time. Now is the time. Alright, hold on, Sadie. Let me finish this. I've got a demon from some board game and he's sitting primed on my whip shelf. And it's tempting me to. Time to do it. Hold on, Sadie. Let me finish this. And then we'll go. Okay, chat. I'm sorry. But Scott's not here, so I'm on Sadie duty. Let me go let her out. If she wants to play, that's too bad for her. But yeah, let me go sort her out now. I'll be right back. Wasn't outside. She wants to play. Go play with Sadie a bit. That would be like 10 minutes. I can't do that right now. That's okay. We'll see. We'll see how she does here. Let's see. There's a 3-1 Crimson Fist player. Vote for Pedro. There you go. That's what it says. I will paint a cup when you guys help me by voting later. Okay. Yeah. Get your color schemes all lined up. We'll take a look. The Fantasy Spaceman toys. You can make them however you like. Yeah, I think she's just trying to find which way to go. Yeah. Pick something I like, and I haven't done too much of already. That's the hard part, is if you've got multiple armies. Sometimes want to mix it up a bit, you know? Having the world leaders blend in with your Thousand Suns. Anyone else doing some hobby this weekend? What do we got, chat? Who's going to join at Mousebait and I think for me with the Emperor's Children, if I can get my highlight color where I want it, then I'm set. I think then I'm set. It's just I didn't have it exactly how I wanted it with the ones I've done before, so. And then I was looking at the characters from Forge World. I think eventually I will add on some of those. Just because they're cool and I've looked at them several times. Maybe time. Just like swap them in. Use them as proxies in 40k. Finish up the Def Coptas today. Let's go. I'm excited to see them. Let's see. Red torso and head. Black arms and legs and packs. Heavy verdigris brass trim. That sounds cool. I'm excited to see what Mousebait picks to try here. I think if anyone is working on color schemes and you just want another set of eyes on things, Discord's a good place to do that. I'll shout out our Discord again, because that's a good place to upload photos and take a look. I did some slappy with the paint on Conquest Nord Ogres last night. May be able to finish them soon. You're getting so much in, Bill, between Shatterpoint and now Conquest. It is cool to see. I noticed how much I am getting done this past few weeks. 10th edition has helped me tremendously because I actually want to play with my toys again. I don't know if has anyone else kind of noticed that about themselves, that with the new edition, just getting more stuff done or wanting to work on things more. Space also characters other than Murderfang, they got so many characters. They're basically all characters. Oops, all characters. I'm looking for something different but still official. A raid. Oh, Rogue Trader era schemes. That's fun. I do love going through just Instagram and seeing what people do. To see if there's anything that kind of sparks an idea. Santa in his sleigh, that's right. Logan. Part of my weekend should be going through my NIDs. I need to start getting magnets on their bases and throwing them into my battle foam. I'm tempted to just take a stream and do it, but it's not super interesting to watch. It's just a matter of doing the thing. I just know that that's dedicated time to do the thing. But I'm excited to have them just in my bag ready for going to a game. And so they're safe, not collecting dust, getting damaged. Maybe next year I'll do a small Chaos Space Marine Force. Oh, with 30 kind Night Lords. Night Lords are a fun paint. Plus you can mix in some cool characters if you wanted to. Proxy some in. That's kind of the fun part of Chaos, is there's so many different flavors of Chaos. What does everyone have for the rest of this weekend? Anything rest of today? Excited to see how Scott does with the rest of the tournament. So I'll get his recap when I think he's got 2 games today. Went to Harry Potter in concert. Is that all of the like songs from the movies and things? That sounds fun. Oh, you watched the movie, but the music is played live by an orchestra. That's cool. I was gonna say, we did something kind of similar. We went to Video Games Live a while back, where they played all the songs from video games with an orchestra. And that was a lot of fun. So you finished my Custodians. Back to Star-Lord for Marvel. Nice. Sorge Band is getting that coffee. Let's see, paint another Lord of Pain to see, oh, how much I've improved. Love that. It'll be cool to see what you kind of observe. Kind of stupid. Like if there's certain things. Or like layering or something like that you really like now. Curious to see what you think going back. Let's see, we also have the pre-order article here in about 20 minutes. What do we think will be pre-order? Do we have any guesses? Because this week was Guard. Lord of Pain sounds Dark Elder. Is Slanesh. Been to Video Games Live. It's pretty fun. We really enjoyed it. It was, I think the big takeaway from the Video Games Live was how emotional some of those songs make you. Or at least they did for me. Like, having them live. I don't know, it just brings back like so many memories just like so quickly. So it was really cool. The only thing I hate about these new chair for the Seraphon, all the branches that's where I put mine away, Cujo. My Star Master and Croak are not finished because I got tired of all the details. It's so many branches and things. You have the branches, you have the snakes, you have all the little like critters on them. They're extremely detailed models. Yeah. It's a nice kit, yes. There's a lot. There's a lot. They'll go on social media days before the show and ask people, what they want to hear, so they built the set list. I didn't know that. I requested Scars of Time from Chrono Cross, and they played it. I went, that's really cool. Yeah, I hadn't seen that. But yeah, there's definitely songs that it was just really, or like the ones where like everyone kind of sings along with them too. It's like, it's just so cool live. So cool. So I was literally painting vines on Croak's chair right now. No airbrush. I mean, there's not a lot of airbrushing to do for Croak, I think is part of it. Like I think the terrain kind of piece around him, the rings, I airbrush those. That's kind of all you can do. Tony, hello, how are ya? I hate building raptidons. Why is the damn skin like 6 pieces? You're half an inch tall. That is annoying. Yeah. You're gonna get in trouble soon? I'm on to you, Sly. Sly just blaming everything on the airbrush. Everything. Sketch Band says, I probably need to clean up of my hobby room so I have more space. That will then immediately get taken up. I did a full desk clear yesterday, and it felt really good. And I'm going to try my best to keep it that way. Because I feel a lot better when it's that way. And I'll say it, my anxiety was getting real bad last week. So I'm like, all right, it's all going to go. It's helping a bit. I just need to keep it this way. One Wing Angel's always in the mix. It's that good. It's that good. Final Fantasy always in the mix. Always. I finished up, my Croak a week before the new one launched. Well, thank you for your sacrifice. We're all loving the new Croak. That's okay. I just finished a whole bunch of 40k stuff before it all went to Legends, so I know that feeling. We finished a Fire Raptor. We finished a Mastodon. And I have a Kratos over here that's now in Legends. And Leviathan Dreads. We know this pain. I know this pain. Pretty sure I priced my Astra Militarum shit wrong too. Someone price it for me and help me get rid of all of it. Did you end up hopping on eBay to take a look? Or not yet? So many big things that now are Legends. I mean the new Croak. I finished it for all the new Seraphon. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Sorry, I thought you meant old Croak and then new Croak came out. I gotcha. I had picked up Croak way back when he released, just as a project, and then realized I really like Seraphon. So I have added on, but now I actually need to finish him, because I need him for the army. Now I actually need him. I should have, I didn't even think. Yeah, I would say check out eBay. See where. Again, go to the sold items to see what's actually selling. But I would give that a look, just as a good base point. Oh goodness. Grazzle, thank you so much for that sub for 3 months of support. I appreciate it. More models with my favorite dark green. Look at that. It was meant to be. How are you today? How's your weekend? Thank you for the support. With those subs, reminder, we do have 1 sub Sunday unlocked, which we will be working on. You guys voted for Kingdom Death. I got Slender Man all built, so we will work on him one day. But if you like the long Sunday streams, that counter is right below my face. I did lower it because we've been doing YouTube streams. So that's 1 less day over here. But if you like that, that's below my face. Thank you so much for all the support. When we do unlock it, what it is it's a long stream. So basically double the regular stream. And then you guys get to vote on what we work on. But yeah, how's your weekend? What about XP grind? For what? Bandit Goblins? Sorry, I'm missing something. My Diablo fans, have we been playing the new patch and stuff? I've not played in a while, but I saw what they did with the patch and all the changes that they made, and basically, you know, nerfing everything into the ground. How are we feeling? Oh, Azure Lane. Okay, sorry. I got you now. Posted my little head ogre to the whip gallery. Going to step out and hopefully be back for the article. Sounds good, Blancow? We will be here. That's in about 15 minutes. Haven't grabbed Diablo. Vermintide 2 is my latest addiction. That's probably okay. I enjoyed the story and everything for Diablo 4, but the grind afterward is I'm not enjoying. Like, I understand that there is grind, but I think 3 was much more enjoyable than 4. I can't believe they think nerfing everything is going to fix their abysmal player count. They have less than 10% the player count they had at launch. Yeah. It's, they've already started trying to rebalance that patch. I heard they were walking back. Or, like, just making even more changes. Because no one is here for that nonsense. Yeah. It's, what I heard, it was rough. I got to level 20 or so and got bored with D4. My partner is an addict, though. I finished the story, and I played a little bit after. But then I was like, this is kind of ridiculous, and I'm not interested. I don't think they're going to fix Darktide. I don't think you can. I don't think you can fix it. Because part of it is just straight up not having, like, a story progression. which is the only way I would play it. But you're overhauling the game at that point. I don't think you can. I just finished my first campaign, level 50 in Diablo 4 last Thursday. Sounds like I'm okay being without Diablo. I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the little bit after. I think the requirements to get a lot further than that are kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous. And then, yeah, when you come out and you nerf everything that is working. Yes, yeah. Diablo 4 is the Diablo killer. Yeah, Ryan said it nicely. There needs to be something there to fix for Darktide, and there's not. There's not. That's the strategy from game companies now. Make a great game, get massive sales and release, and kill it, so you have an excuse to stop supporting it. I don't know for Diablo. I think it just feels like they fundamentally don't understand why some of us play Diablo. It's very strange to me to watch it. It's very strange. I think because now Baldur's Gate's about to come out too, right? And there's like, I was reading articles about how indie devs are like, this is going to raise the standard for games. We need to like preface that like this is like an anomaly in things. And it's like, they're giving a hard time for being like in early access for so long. And it's like, yeah, they listen to the community for years, and now they have the game that they actually want. It's really interesting watching how the different companies are doing it. I'm very excited for Baldur's Gate. I keep seeing ads on how it's the best-selling Blizzard game of all time. Oh yeah, no, it's sold well. But now look at it the month or so later. No, it sold well. I just witnessed the possibly best Taskmaster episode so far. Long story short, team tasked, but one member of the team was tasked to sabotage them. The fact that he's casually incompetent is also not helping. Baldur's Gate 3 I'm very excited for. And Armored Core 6 is going to be cool. I think I will probably watch someone play Armored Core. But it looks like it's going to be very good. It's an exciting year for games. Yeah, but it's like... It's just interesting watching how the different companies are going about it. Diablo versus Baldur's Gate versus some other games. It's neat to watch from outside looking in. Ugh. Oh, Tarkov 2? I don't keep up with Tarkov, sorry. So that's why Baldur's Gate, a few others, yep. Is the DLC gonna die because of poor continual play? But I own Baldur's Gate for like a year, maybe more. Yeah, if you've had the early access, you've had it. I've just been waiting for the full release before I sink that much time into it, because I knew I probably wouldn't play it again. I can't commit that much time to replaying the same game. So I just waited. I recently finished Divinity Original Sin 2 that I've had on my plate since release date. I feel so free. What was your, do you know your playtime for it? Just curious. I know that's another large one. Look how much money, oh yeah, Valheim made. The company's revenue jumped 80%, and they had like 160 games in development. Valheim was good. Yeah, I enjoyed my time with Valheim. Got your coffee, Banda. Welcome back. I don't know playtime. Guess somewhere in 150, 180 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right. Those big RPGs will do that. I haven't even finished Skyrim. I have to come clean with chat. I've played Skyrim like 3 times. I still haven't finished it. I get distracted and I do literally everything else. I haven't actually finished the main story. But I've played it multiple times. Which is unusual for me. I don't normally spend that much time on one game, like different playthroughs. Skyrim is one of those exceptions. Remember playing Valheim and took a minute to go downstairs and make some ramen. A troll wiped out our base, respawned on the initial drop site. Had to make a raft and float back to our base. Incredible. Frustrating, but hilarious. It happens so fast, Delta. When those trolls are targeted on you, that's it. It's so fast. I understand how Tarkov still has players after the Wiggle video proved it has 85% cheaters. Yeah. I used to watch streamers play Tarkov, so I'd watch Dr. Lupo play it quite a bit. And now I don't. Now he's on YouTube, I don't watch him as much. I don't even know if he's playing it as much as he used to. So now that I've stopped watching him, as not because I still love Dr. Lupo, it's just a platform thing. I'm not as around Tarkov as much. I played Skyrim like it was a survival sim. Oh, with mods more than anything else. It's amazing that way. There's so much you can do in it. Because I have a non-official version of Divinity, I completed it in version 1.0 without patches. They had a patch somewhere along the way that massively changed one late-game puzzle. I felt properly punished I couldn't figure it out. No solution from the internet was helping me. That's what you get. My wife has 200 hours in Skyrim, but has never finished the main story. Yep. I'm probably about there too. When you played Skyrim 3 times, do you mean you went through the campaign each time? You did open world type stuff on subsequent playthroughs? Or yeah, like I had 3 different... So I played it on the Xbox, and I played it like... I can't say a full playthrough because I didn't finish the campaign, but like a fair amount. I sunk a fair amount of time in. And then I got on the PC, and I did it again. And then I guess the 3rd one I didn't get like as far. But yeah, no, I played different characters to that point, and I just never finished the actual campaign because I get lost doing other things. Like I would join different factions, or I would do different side quests, or wander off to different things. And I never finished it. Raven, hello. Exalted, hello. How are we doing? How is the weekend? I'm dead. How is everyone else? I'm exalted. Sounds like workout was a success. I'm guessing that's what we're talking about there. Good here. We're talking about Skyrim and how some of us have hundreds of hours but have never finished the campaign. That's what it says. I looked at my played hours, and I haven't played for a while now. 382 hours. Yep. I believe it. I only played Skyrim and Oblivion for a few hours. Played the hell out of Morrowind, though. Right, Norman? Yeah. If you ask me right now to explain the main campaign, like, story and end, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. We were talking about the direwolves coming to plastic earlier. You did miss a little bit of direwolf talk. Massbait apparently needs another one. If they're coming to plastic, I'll get plastic ones. A good workout. Have you know, I have saved the sweet potato, but many other vegetables. I'm glad. Salted was playing Pikmin the other night, and it was very confusing listening to it. I'm glad. I'm glad the veggies are safe. Did you try Elder Scrolls? Oh, to Massbait. I also tried Elder Scrolls Online, and it was fine. I couldn't get into it. It just made me want another single-player Elder Scrolls. I'm like, this is great, but what if it was just me, and I could go back to my first-person stuff? Yeah, like it just made me want another Elder Scrolls. I get to start over my Skyrim playthrough, but in cardboard this time. That's right, you got the board game. Did everything come in? Have you checked out the minis and stuff yet? Thought it was a skirmish game. I think it's kind of similar. I think Son of Horse said it's very similar to the Fallout game. So however the Fallout game plays. It's a tabletop game. Automod. Assume Elder Scrolls after Starfield. I think so. Well, that'd be my guess. How far after? I don't know. Considering we've already known it's existed for how many years? They basically is like, oh yeah, there's another coming. Who knows when? The minis did come in there pretty neat. Oh, Mousebait says nope, nope, nope. Yeah, it's the it's Modifius that does Fallout as well as a Skyrim game. All right, a bit more edge highlighting. Then I guess we can go to. We have these giant wings that also need edge highlighting. Oh, but you know what? We're getting knocked out, and that's the important thing. That's the important thing. Is it tedious? Yes. Is it coming together? Also yes. Gets it closer to the table, which I know Orgello is excited about. Your grandchildren will be the first to play the new Elder Scrolls, right? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. I successfully avoided that booth in Adepticon. I can stay strong. You got this. You got this. We got world leaders to paint. Oh, do we have early article? Wade into Warcry with starter sets and warbands. Okay. We'll take a look here in just a moment. Did I get green on that wing? I sure did. Probably too late. Yeah. We'll fix that later. That's fine. Distracted. I'm stopping myself from making a meme dreadnought, says Avian. You have a minigun on the fist, and of course the assault cannon on the other arm. Attempted to put the minigun on the assault cannon. Just heard you like miniguns. Put a minigun on a minigun. I don't know where Sadie went. Okay, let's take a look at the article. Meow. She wandered off after I got annoyed with her. Oh, thank you for the link, Ravenlord. So much stuff back there. Yeah. This is how my desk is clear, is it's all over here now. So there's my Nids, there's some Eldar, there's the Kratos, there's the Frogs, the Possessed, and then some Monster Hunter I still need to base. So my plan this week is to clear this area. There's so much stuff. Yeah, you're welcome in. How are you? You got the same vortex mixer? It's really nice. Yeah. All right, let's hop over here. The arm swipe into box clearing methods. Yeah, that's what happened. I needed this desk clear, which means this one gets sacrificed. All right. So for pre-order article, these will be up next weekend, if anyone is interested. Sunday preview, Wade into Warcry with starter sets and warbands. What is the best Warcry in all of Warhammer? It's hard to beat WoG, far better than those stuffy Space Marine battle cries. It's easy enough to yell Courage and Honor from behind a few inches of ceramite. Warcry isn't something you'll learn better, but it is a great skirmish game. It takes up the bulk of next week's pre-order. Onwards! Starter set, here we go. So this is Stormcast and Vampires. I'll stay here. Brand new starter set gives you everything you need to start playing swift and decisive skirmish games. Warcry Crypt of Blood contains 2 smaller than normal warbands, the Crimson Court and Xandar's Truth Seekers, who are battling over treasures inside a legendary vampire's tomb. This piece is kind of neat. I actually like this one in the top left. The box contains a game map and new terrain comprising a sarcophagus, statue, ruined walls, and fences. Also included is a 72-page Start Here book, which covers the core rules for Warcry, as well as bespoke missions for this set. There are fighter and ability cards for the 2 warbands, 18 dice, and a cardboard token board with punch-out range ruler. We've also got Quester's Soulsworn. Set free from the depths of the Gnarlwood, the Quester's Soulsworn will be available to pre-order separately next week. Elite Warriors are the creme de la creme of the Stormcast Eternals, expected to triumph over impossible odds, So they take on lethal missions all across the mortal realms. This group of 6 warriors are each worth a company of lesser fighters. These may contain fearsome specialists such as the errant quester duelist, incomparable master in weaponry, soulsworn knight relictor who performs powerful invocations and accessorizes with skulls. We also have the beast flayers separate. I think this is a fun one. Like, look at this. This is fun. The hunt is on. The royal beast flayers are riding out a magnificent monopoly of King's Court to track the greatest game for their noble liege lords. To outsiders, that heraldry looks an awful lot like blood, offal, and bone, but the Fleshinger Court's delusions are as overwhelming as their ferocity. This twisted band of monster hunters includes a royal flay master, a beast flayer baron, a coterie of ghoul gore squires and trackers, 2 sinister simian brutes known as awful hounds. Hey Dee Dee, welcome in. How are ya? Alright, we got lanyards. You guys are looking for, we have Daka 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 and For the Emperor. We also have, desk mats. Those are cool. 2 gorgeous 40k desk mats. One's a nostalgia trip made of faction art from saturated primary color period of Warhammer history. The other is based on the gritty aesthetic of modern day. Whichever tickles your fancy. 80 centimeter by 30 are made from waterproof fiber and have anti-slip backings. So there is one of the desk mats. There's all the, I like that one. That one's fun. I like this one. I like this one. Alright, Black Library. End of the Death of Volume 1. T-Dubs, thank you so much for that sub. For 51 months of support. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Also got Gaunt's Ghost print on demand. So if you're looking for the Gaunt's Ghost novel. Warhammer Plus, we have Angels of Death, Origins, and a White Scars Codex, Into the Vault. And that's what we got for pre-orders. What do we think, chat? Who is excited for what as I do the slow scroll up here? That's cool they're doing like desk mats. That's different. I like that. The Flesh Eater Court Warband is really fun. I actually have the Crimson Court that I need to finish, so maybe that's a good excuse to get them back out and finished. But that's what we got, and those will be available next weekend for pre-order. If you need a place to pre-order, I'm gonna throw in the stuff. If you're here in the States, check out Ministop. If you're one of our Europe friends, or you have a affiliate code with Element Games. So thank you to those who use it. Looks like, chat looks a little happy to be safe this week after, 10th Ed and all the other new releases. Chat looks a little happy to save some money. Dee Dee, how's your weekend? What you up to? Welcome on in. Make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. Oh yeah, Monster. Yeah, Exalted. I need to finish those before they go back unfinished to the shelf, because then they won't get finished. It needs to be finished before it leaves this desk. Otherwise, it'll never get finished. You want the new Space Marine hero sculpts? Don't lay down, Sadie, because I gotta move. Alright, let's get back to some painting. Okay. I don't want to run over puppy paws or tail. Alright, back to Stormraven. This is what I've got today, Dee Dee. Big burb. Big burb. She's like, you're over there for me, right? Nope. I assume Imperial is next week. They said something in August. Maybe. Does that put the actual release in August? I guess it would, wouldn't it? Maybe. What do we think, chat? They like to do that. They'll say something's an August release, and then it's like a July pre-order. Not the biggest burp, but still a big burp, yeah. I mean, we've got the, we're getting the whole lineup together, so. We're getting proportionally larger birds. All my Space Marine previews too. I don't accept that the Tyranids actually got more votes. We did it. Just get good. Get good. I do wonder how far in between that will be. But then yeah, we've got Imperialis too. A lot of big stuff coming. Story of my life. Stuck on my War Master model. Not sure how I want to do the panels now. But my Telemon weapons. But then I got distracted with new shiny. I don't know how to help. I want to say the 26th of August for Imperialis. Why do you want to say that? How did we arrive at this this date? Like how the War Master's such a cool model too. I want to get back to my Sadie. Now's not the time. Lay down. I'm gonna banish you. I'm gonna banish you. Avian's the mole, he's the leaker. I'm just like, here, tell me all your secrets, Avian. How do you know that that's the... Because I did my org dirty during Wogtober. That's true, they did. God. Alright. Chat, let me try Sadie one more time. If she just wants to play, then she's gonna get banished. But I'm so sorry. Let me step away for just 1 second and figure out what she wants. I will be right back. Okay, sorry. What's a War Master? A War Master is one of the Titanicus Titans. And Puppy, Agu, welcome in. How are you? Looking for the minor weapons for the War Master. I took them off to magnetize or something. Now I can't find where... That's another reason I don't like to magnetize a lot of things. Because then you just have to store them somewhere. So I've got like a bag. I'm trying to keep all my Eldar stuff in. But like, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. It's another hassle. It's another hassle. Alright, chat. I think we have to keep edge highlighting. Let's just do it while we're together. Put this here. Let's just keep going. The elf bag, yeah. It's just got all of my weapon options, all the things I can swap out. I'm sure I put it somewhere logical, but my memory is the suck now. I try to just leave it in my like battle foam game bag in case I need to swap things out. But like Titanicus, because all my stuff's magnetized, it's gonna have a bag too. All these bags just add up. My Autarch's the only ones I'll magnetize. I tend to do the larger things, so like Dreadnoughts I'll magnetize. Kind of Dreadnought, no, I'll kind of magnetize. I think I got the Wraith Lord stuff. That's why a lot of my stuff stays on the desk. That's fair. I think I'm just trying in general to make it so it's easier for me to like grab my stuff and go to the game store. Because that's always like my excuse, right? It's like, oh, well, if we go, I've got to pack up all my shit. And it's like, I just don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with it. The more I can have it ready to go, the more likely I am to take it and go play. So I says, no purchase for me next week. I think my powder is now dry until Cities of Sigmar. Which will get very wet indeed, yeah. That's going to be a lot of stuff. That Manticore, though. Cities is going to be a cool release. Oh gosh, where is that going to be? In between Imperialis, New Nids, New Marines. Goodness. There's a lot coming. I intend to play Titanicus, but yeah, I never know how to get the models out. At this rate, I'm just gonna say forget about it. I'd really like to play some more Titanicus. Scott has Titanicus. I know Noob's got Titanicus stuff. It looks like a really fun game. I want to give it another chance now that we've got more stuff. I feel a little guilty being excited for 10th because we started to look into other systems and now I don't know when I'm going to play them. So like we started to like get more into Malifaux. We started to get more into Middle Earth and now I don't know. It feels like we just go back to 10th. Are you going to do a bigger World Eater army or just the Combat Patrol? Yeah, if you want them specifically for Combat Patrol, reminder for anyone doing the challenge. Combat Patrol has a specific loadout. So keep that in mind as you're building your stuff. If you're wanting to do like games at the store, things like that. If it's part of a larger force, then obviously get it however you want. But just a heads up that if you're wanting to use them for events, they do have specific loadouts. Hey Jason guy, how are you? I saw some small battery-powered airbrushes on Amazon. Are those usable for minis? I've not used them. I know, I'm pretty sure those are the ones that other people pick up just super cheap for like priming and stuff. So you could. I've not used them myself. So if anyone in chat has used them, feel free to hop in. I has Titanicus. You'll be in Texas in a few weeks. How much? How much are you wanting to bring, Bill? I can say, for those doing ReaperCon, we're probably just going to be there for Saturday. But I'm open to playing stuff. So I don't know if that changes any plans. But I was looking at that because there's so many options again. We've been playing Gorka Morka this summer. It's very silly and fun. Do you know how Scott's doing the GT today? Let me see if he sent me any updates. He probably is not sending me anything because he knows I'm streaming. Yeah, I don't have anything from him. So he has 2 games today. So he had one, I think, starting... He had to be there at 9. So they probably started at like 10? Yeah, they're probably finishing up first round at this point. Panda says, I grabbed the World Eater Patrol too. Also grabbed a box of Termies, old box of Berserkers, because I wanted Wally. I can report back, Exalta, when I do here. But yeah, he'll probably have lunch and then the last game. I don't know the exact timing on everything. Trying to decide if I want to whip out my old GW hand flamer sprayer for the Into the Dark terrain, or just try and do gradients with a brush or regular spray can. I think terrain is one of those where it's worth getting the spray can or an airbrush. Yeah. Just makes it so much faster than by hand. I think it's worth it. I think the battery powered airbrush would be a good way to test if you like the airbrush or not, at least for priming base coat. Yeah, I would say, especially for more simple stuff, priming and base coating. Be worth a try. I think from what I've heard, and again, I've not used them, if you want to get to some of the fancier stuff, then then you're looking at time to upgrade. But if you want to try some of the more simple airbrush stuff. Oh, we're looking at the world leaders. Okay, sorry. I guess, does anyone have any questions about the starter box challenge? Are we all good? Working on combat patrols, boarding patrols, vanguard boxes. We all feel good? for those who are going to participate. Any questions? Honestly, spray can, airbrush, dry brush, oil wash, wait to dry. Final dry brush, good to go? Yeah. That's a lot of it. Do I have to wait till August? Yes, the painting, we will start August. The idea is we're all painting together. So if you want to build ahead of time, that's fine. If you want to do any prep work so that you're ready to go, totally fine, because people are going to have things from the backlog that are built. But save all your painting for August, and that's when we'll start. I will probably wait and build mine just because it's content for me. So I will probably build in August, but if you want to go ahead and get started. Gotta think about the content. Better build a Captain Librarian this week. Let's go, Exalted. You in? You in? Do you replace the already painted Termy with something else? If you have another one. I'm not gonna be, like, that strict on it. If you have another you want to throw in, go for it. This particular one says 32 PSI. You're probably good. That's kind of in the range. I didn't even think about that for the, yeah, I've never used the little cheapy ones. So I don't know if there's anything else you should be looking for. If anyone has used those the little battery airbrushes, let us know. We could use some help. We went straight from the rattle cans to airbrush, so I have not used one of those ever. I don't have any other tips, I'm sorry. Not looking forward to cleaning the mold lines for the walls and stuff. They're kind of a pain for some of those kits, yeah. I remember we did, it was one of the larger, like, Kill Team terrain boxes. My hands just being sore after getting everything cleaned up. I guess I'll have to paint another Infernus Marine instead. Shudders. But then he'll be done. Then he'll be done. I'm excited, Exalted. It's gonna be fun. I'll do it here too. Chat, if you are joining, what force are we going with? Now Exalted's looking at Marines. Mousebait's looking at World Eaters. I will have Emperor's Children. What else have we got? If you hate the giant mold lines on terrain, the WoW stick, with the Dremel sanding drum, works wonders. There you go. Dremels are another nice, another tool to have. Hey, that Tau guy, welcome in. How are ya? I don't know what I'm gonna do for my army. If there's anything we can help with, let us know. How are you? For anyone who may be coming in, I'm working on Salamanders today. I have I almost called it a Raven Guard. A Stormraven. Here, we've got the Stormraven. We have the Stormtalon. We had a little Stormhawk, but that one is done, so it's off the table at this point. But we're just bringing a lot of air reinforcements for the Salamanders today. Welcome on in. Dini says, I'll eat popcorn on the side because I'm too erratic these days. That's fair. Scourge Panda says, when you're not streaming and you're painting, do you watch shows, listen to music, books? Usually music. I like to crank a lot of music and listen. Sometimes I will watch anime, but I prefer sub to dub. So if I can't read, like if I'm too focused on something, then, or I'll just tough it out and watch dubbed. Usually a lot of anime and music, though, depending on what I'm working on and if I'm kind of back and forth for the day. Bill says, I do with Conquest, but I don't think it's in the spirit of the Combat Patrol doodly-doo. Little different. It's one of those things, right? Where do we draw the line for what we're doing? If we like the challenge and... I don't know how else to put it. Challenges get done. Maybe we do some more. But kind of like I was teasing in the Discord. Everyone's talk at first. Let's see how it goes. If it goes well, I'd love to bring challenges back. But we'll see how it goes. I remember when we used to do the backlog challenge. People didn't paint as much. It was always interesting to me, but we'll see how it goes. If we like it, we'll keep them. If we don't, we won't. Just like that. Centerpiece month would be cool. That's what we used to do. So, way back, we used to do a monthly challenge, and we would have like stuff attached to it. You post in the Discord, all of that, and we would pick something like, okay, everyone paint a character. And I don't know if it was too much stress or what, but over time, the drop off with it was significant enough for us to cut it. So, we'll see. If a bigger audience now, it might be worth it. Maybe. We can try it. We can try it. I picked a combat patrol that only meant buying one thing, so I'm clearing some backlog. There we go. Oh gosh, hold on. That was sloppy AF. Okay, there we go. We have a tiny bit of touch-up, but distracted. Backlog was funny because it would be for one mini, and people are like, I'm going to enter, paint this army in a time. Well, no, it was... I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled with my extra time. I didn't think one mini in a month was a big ask. I didn't think that was a big ask for a painting stream, but it was. It was. And that's okay. So we dropped it for a bit. If we want to bring it back, we can. Maybe instead of every month, maybe 2 or 3 months. And it's not that often it overwhelms, but it's not too spaced out. Maybe that's maybe it's a cadence thing more than anything else. We'll try this one first. We'll go from there. There. That's all I know how to do it right now. If we like it, we'll do another. If we don't, we won't. Squad unit. See, that's what I thought. It's just interesting. We'll try this out. We'll go from there. That's all I'll say at this point. All right. There we go. But there's 2 of them. There's an issue of I need to do X and it does not fit the theme. I mean, a character? I don't know. Well, I don't know. One mini month is a lot. We're switching to one giant box month. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's talking now, but if one person finishes, then it's a completely different story. That's what I mean, chat. I'm trying to not be mean about it, but saying we are going to paint the box and actually painting the box are 2 different activities. I believe in all of you. I know all of you can do it. I know that. But they're 2 different activities. For character, do you mean a name character? Just any HQ or model that can join you? Yeah, it would be a leader, I guess is a better word for it. A leader for your forces is what we would do. Panda says, fun story. We went to the local aquarium yesterday with some friends. One of the shrimps was called a sexy dancer shrimp. It was so great, and I laughed for a long time. That is pretty great. I like that. I like that. That is kind of the fun part, is if you like discover a species, you get to call it whatever you want. Painting the box or painting the models in the box. Also a different activity. True. True. I'm going to print out Nikki believes in me. Put it above the desk. That's right. Believe in the Nikki who believes in you. Just make a schedule, TM. Exactly. Raise a Rascal. Was Nikki was going to do it. I just thought it'd be fun to follow along. Yeah. I think a lot of people. Having that extra little push can be really good. The fact that we're doing it together is fun. Most of my combat troll is just spray Terminators with Wraithbone and Sandry Dust, so I kind of have no excuse. Let's get them done. I think also with 10th coming out, it's a good reason to hop in. The fact that there are some events that are combat patrols where you just take the box and go play a game. I think it's a good time to do it, so let's try it. It was super tiny, white and orange. I won't even play combat patrol, but it's a personal challenge. Yeah, I think there's a lot of power in seeing what you can get done and like finishing stuff. I know that when I like finally finish something, it feels real good, and I'm more likely to pick up the next thing and keep working on something. Even more so if I get to play a game with it, so it may help. It may help. So ready to work on something else. A nice thing about doing a whole combat patrol is there's a lot of good goalposts. Maybe give up bronze, silver, golds for completion. It's true, because you have different units that you're finishing. So if you get one thing finished up, now you're at, what, 25%, 30%, whatever you want to call it. Success begets more success, yeah, especially with something like mini painting. Yes, yes. I wish that was something, how would I put that? That's another thing I wish I could scream off the mountaintop, right? If you put in the time and you finish some stuff, it just kind of, it compounds into itself. You want to put more time into more stuff, and yes, that is how you get better. It's also why when someone is stuck on a single miniature or color scheme for years, it's just like, get one thing done. Just get one thing knocked out. I promise it will help. Promise. Let's see, I don't know how, is it Yufu airbrush? Got it for priming and varnishing, but haven't used it yet. Okay, so looking at the airbrushes again. Oops. Complete a squad, then add 2 to the backlog. If the backlog keeps going, you'll live forever. Like, I know we joke about it, but yeah, if you can get 1 or 2 things knocked out, you're going to feel so much better about working on the rest of it. I promise. Promise from experience. It's one of the battery-powered ones. Okay. So if anyone was still looking, there's a brand we can go with. And most of the chair done now. Gotta get the core color scheme done. Nice. Well done on getting the chair done, because that's it's a lot. That's a lot. Less than 25 years of backlog. There's a massive morale boost when you see a new unit. Yep, next to your other painted stuff. That's a good shout too. If you don't have a shelf or something, or a battle foam bag, something where you can put your finished stuff, I recommend setting one up. One that when you're done, you can physically go put the model with other finished things. It feels real good. Arctic Turtle, hello, how are ya? Bringing the hype. What you up to this weekend? We're working on some Salamanders. I'm trying to get our Stormraven now edge highlighted. A lot of edge highlighting with his army, which is okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. The universal IKEA Detolf, that's right. Get you a Detolf or a Calyx, like we've got. Physically go put your mini in there. You're gonna feel better. Guarantee it. You can never type any IKEA stuff right? No, you're good. What's the gigantic bear that they have? That's the meme. I don't know how to spell that one either. So many edges. Oh, I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer in a bit. Might turn it into Barbenheimer? Do it. Do it. I'm excited to see what you think. I think I'll probably see them much, much later. So I hope you enjoy. Anyone have a good place to buy the magnetic mats for transport bins? Chat, anything we'd recommend? We just get the like sheet metal at Home Depot, where they just sell the sheet. We've done that and just cut them down. If you want something fancier, I'm gonna defer to chat, but that's what we did. Yeah, unless you have metal minis, then you need a stronger shelf. True. True. Sheet metal, then magnets under the bases. Yep, that's what we did for a while before I decided to go ahead and get the Magna racks. I still have some of the like storage tubs. I've kind of switched them over to those for maybe armies we're not playing right at the moment. Throw them in the tubs. Today's chili experiment. Every batch of chili is an experiment. Is adding, green chilies. And then stir frying them with onions and garlic and a bit of olive oil and sriracha before starting the rest of the pot. My mouth is actually watering reading that. Sounds good to me, Bill. Just making me drool here on stream. That sounds really good, Bill. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's see, I got the magnets already, but I don't have snips to cut the metal. Other than that, I'm not sure. Because I think even for, like, the Magna racks and stuff, I think it's already in the tray that they come in. Hey, Phantom Ash, welcome in. How are you? Get a Magna shelf. Put magnets on the bottom of your minis, but then do reverse polarity, so you get hover minis. There you go. More tips from chat. How are you today? I mean, it'd be good for, like, the repulsors and stuff. Like, we could put our little impulsor. Make him hover. Where in the Discord could I post my finished Seraphon army? I'm really proud of them so far and I want to share. So we have there's the finished projects thread, which would be good. Or if you just want to throw them in hobby chat. Either way would be good. But yeah, share away. We would love to see them. Whatever you feel is a better fit for you. Elder anti-grav platform, literally. That's right. Y'all hovering now. Alright, I got time for, what time is it? We'll do some of our metallics, and then I think it's lunchtime. And, see if we hear from Scott this afternoon for his tournament. I think I will continue to build my Malifaux. I've got 2 more minis to build from that set I started yesterday. Get Slenderman primed. I need to finish the priming for the Salamanders. And I'll probably play some video games. People have finished armies. Press X to doubt. Finished for now, you know. Until the next time they add on. Finished for now. Video games. Anyone playing any good video games? What we got, chat? I got an emulator to work the other night, and I'm very excited about it. I'm playing Dragon Ball Fusions, which is a 3DS game. It's adorable. Super cute, so I'm glad my little handheld's working. Also need to grind out the rest of my Street Fighter stuff. Because I don't like to do stuff online, so it's taking me longer. And I have a visual novel I'm kind of working through. That's what I've got at the moment. I thought you just kept expanding the force till you're one side of the apocalypse team at 160k points? That's absolutely one of the goals, yeah. I'm too much of a hobby butterfly, so I end up with like 5 armies instead of one massive one. Both good goals to have, though. I finished a Night Lord's army in 1996. Does that count? Absolutely counts. Dee Dee says, Elden Ring. I'm in my happy pain place again. If you guys want to watch Dee Dee play Elden Ring, go give Dee Dee a follow for me. Dee Dee is good friend of the stream. Does Lego, does minis, does video gaming. Go watch some Elden Ring. What visual novel you're reading? I am reading Chaos Head Noah, which, if you guys know visual novels, that's the same universe as Steins Gate, which is one of my favorite games ever. It's good, but not Steins Gate. But I just got through like the first pass of the story. So now you start getting into the different endings and things. It's very good though. Playing Halls of Torment. I know that when I start that Arctic Turtle, it's just going to be my life. So I haven't started it yet. I kind of want to start it on stream so you guys can see it too. But because when I played Vampire Survivors, that was like... I would just lose hours of my life. And I know that when I start Halls, it's going to be the same thing. So I haven't started it yet. And it sounds like that was the correct decision to make here. Do you also read visual novels, Snazak? I spent like 4 extra hours just running around trying to get my parry skill back. You kind of mentioned that, and I remember when I went to Dark Souls after, it just felt different. And I don't play enough Soulsborne to be able to speak to like what felt different. But I remember it took me a bit to adjust when I went over to Dark Souls and doing stuff. Some of the timing and things. Uh-oh. Halls is more addictive than Vampire Survivor? Oh, I'm in so much danger. Norman says, since I magnetized the gobos, I've realized how great it is to have magnetized bases. Such an easy transport with easy and cheap boxes. So I can find the same box I use with good handle on it. That said, even small boxes with tiny strip of metallic surface, the Warcry bands are safe. Yeah. I wish it was more of a thing before we had bought some of the like foam and stuff. Because we've basically just replaced all of our foam. We threw out a bunch of it, or now it's just for like strictly storage. We don't put it in our bag. I wish we had done more of the magnetizing first. It's so much easier. You don't have like parts of the model getting stuck in the foam. It's easy to swap stuff out. Different timing window for sure. Yeah, I remember it. It took me a while. He just says, it's really funny. I play AdMech in 40k. Very mechanical, rusty, and dark. Zero fun for Age of Sigmar, very bright and colorful. 2 different styles for me. That's fun, though, because then you can kind of hop back and forth depending on what you want to work on. Are you feeling like working on something grimy? Are you feeling like something colorful? I think that makes it a lot of fun. I also played Murder by Numbers. I think it's more of a puzzle game, though. I'd look that up. Murder by Numbers. If the game doesn't have a poison swamp, is it really a Souls game? Frickin' poison swamps. Frickin'. Against this now, though. Now I only occasionally parry with my face. I love Elden Ring so much. That was... Playing Elden Ring with Slam and Exalted was probably like my most fun gaming experience here, like lately. Like it's so much fun. Magnetic bases are so great. Yeah, I'm glad that now that's what we've got. Let's see, I'm using the metal counter bits with magnets on them. That way I don't have to re-glue magnets. Find some mini needs a stronger magnet, I just exchange it easily. That's nice. Play salamanders in 40k. Play with a salamander in Age of Sigmar. Just lizards all over the place, this Arctic turtle. Oops, all lizards. You really can't go wrong with salamanders, you know? 40k Sigmar. You really can't go wrong. Watching you and Slam fight the 4-year-old boat capture boss was strangely liberating. So much fun. Yeah, just getting to a new area and just the screams. The best. Wandering Lands, hello there, how are you today? What you up to? DLC win. Please. Please. But also take your time. I'm not rushing it. I just want to know when. Definitely not rushing, but... Let's see, how much paint Nagash? Celebrate my 34th. Happy birthday. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Happy birthday. What you got planned for it? Nagash is a beast. It's a big project. Happy birthday. I'm gonna see if anyone remembers. You share you share the same birthday as Slam. Current Nagash or awesome Nagash? I knew someone would ask. I thought it would be Badger. I knew someone would have it, though. Alright. Metallics. Oh, let's do that one more time and then we get some lunch. I'm done. I'm done for a bit. Badger summoning ritual done. You might, yeah, it might be dinner time. That is the tough part with my time slot. Is this is lunch and dinner time. But if I go too late, I feel like I don't get anything done. If I go too early, I'm not awake. But that is the danger of my time slot. That's okay. Badger is preparing things for next stream, which is exciting. I now realize how much I want to watch Badger play Elden Ring. But he has told me he doesn't like those games. But it would be fun. I was doing kind of a franchise playthrough of all the Dark Souls. I do want to go back and finish a little bit more of 2, and then I have 3 to play as well. I just needed a break from 2 before I kept going. So I was just playing them like back to back to back. But they're fun though. Can say I did not like 2 as much as 1. 1 was a ton of fun. 2 was okay. Not as memorable to me. Dee Dee, which is your favorite? Because you've played through all of them, right? Hey, Dearman, welcome in. How are we? We are working on a Stormraven. So let me get all the pieces. It's in sub-assemblies just because it's massive. So this is one wing. Here is the Stormraven itself. We've got just kind of pieces everywhere at the moment. But we also have the Stormtalon. And then the little wings for that. So these are all going for a Salamanders army. How are you today? Welcome on in. Is there anything you're working on? Yeah, favorite Souls game. What's yours, Dee Dee? Because I'm pretty sure you said you've played, like, all the others, right? Or am I misremembering? I still have Bloodborne to play, too. I've not played it yet. Two. Level 1's the one I have the most hours in. It didn't click with me the way one did. It's interesting, though. I've not played Code Vein. I've got that on my list. I think it's on Game Pass. Should I move it up my list, Scorch Panda? I think Scott started it. I don't know if he finished it. I think he started it. I'm going to say 1 because it's my first. Plus how painful it was not being able to Omni-dodge and a bunch of other things. It was a great teacher. That's fair. Elden Ring is very good. It's very good. Yeah, Anime Dark Souls. The character builder's so good. I can move it up my list. It's been on there. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Whenever I feel like hopping back into some more Souls. If I need a break before 3, something a little different. I don't know though. I got Starfield coming out. I've got Baldur's Gate coming out. I'm gonna ask chat. Of those games I mentioned, if I were to play some of that on stream, how interested are we in Baldur's Gate, Starfield? I need to see some of those indie games we played when they're coming out. I think they're further off. I think if we do some of those bigger RPGs, we would probably start together. I don't think I can commit to a full playthrough, but like getting at least the initial bits. The Deathmaster Call. I think it's a cool offering, Arctic Turtle. I'm glad they're doing it. Like last week they had the banner too, which was really cool. And I think that kind of stuff for Black Library is really neat. I wish I had motivation to play any game. I'm gonna install it now. There we go, Squash Panda. Need something to placate to me till the Baldur's Gate. Exactly, Agu. We gotta play this game. If I can make it here, I'll be there. Yes. Mornings have been pretty brutal for me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that the mornings have been rough. I know some of it is work and lurk time, but thank you everyone who's been coming to hang out. Starfield to see if it's worth it. Sorry, not sorry. That's fair. Nope. I think there are some people in that boat. I can say I did apply for a key, so we'll see if we get it. If not, we'll play it on Game Pass. So, be a matter of if we get it early or not. You have a dirt moment. What's up, baby? I could not help myself. Welcome in, Foamy Falcon Man. How are you? Nope, that's why it's there. How are you today? Welcome in. It's on a Sunday when I can watch. I'd love to see Starfield or Baldur's Gate. If not, there's the good old YouTube VODs. We are still pushing for watch hours and everything on YouTube. I do have some videos coming soon to YouTube. If you want to watch past Nikki, there is where you can do that. Well, I minus watch anything. Thank you. Thank you for coming to party with everything. Scorch Panda says, was tempted to do Remnant 2. My friends that I played one with are picking Baldur's Gate over it, which I'm okay with. Can always pick it up later too, yeah. Doing good, glad to hear it. Have any projects on the table? Hey, Storm Andreas, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome everybody coming in. We are working on a Stormraven. So we have a Salamander commission army. Although we are getting together, we got a Stormraven, a Stormtalon, and a Stormhawk that's already done. So all the storm things are getting done. How was your stream? What were you up to today? What were you working on? Thank you for that raid. I appreciate it. I think I saw Sly's headed out. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, Sly. I'm glad we could hobby together today. Bye-byes for now. Watching you play Alien Isolation was very painful. The game gives you no hint or help of any kind and is frustratingly bad. I wanted to like that game so much. I was so ready to be scared, and I couldn't even get to it. I tried watching someone else play it, and it was the same experience. So much backtracking BS. Yeah, it was nice knowing it wasn't just me, but it was tough. Yeah, we've got a kind of a wave of this army. So if we have Salamander fans, we have also been working on This boy needs his shoulders, but we've got a Redemptor Dread. Oh, and decals. We did the orange plasma, of course. We've also got an Impulsor that I'm finishing up. I've got the plates are all separate for painting, but they'll be put on. So that's getting close. Last for this army is we have one more Impulsor. We have 2 Contemptors, and then Vulcan himself. And then that is this wave of the Salamanders done. So we're getting there. So it was very good. Oh, I finished off the Neuro Tyrant. Chat, you know what to do. If you want some more Warhammer, some more Tyranids, go follow Stormandreas for me. Massive progress, finished its patterning, highlighted all the green parts. Only thing left is the claws, mouth, and base. That's amazing. Chat, go follow. Go check out that stream. Thank you so much for the raid again. I appreciate it. Let's see. Durbin says, I have almost saved enough money for Warbringer Nemesis Titan. It's going to be part of my 3,000 point Salamander squad and Astra Militarum squad. That's so cool. I am jealous. That's going to be badass. I may or may not play a homebrew Salamanders based chapters. The Stormandreas, yes. More Salamander friends. Lurk again. Take care if I missed the end. All good, Mousebait. Thank you for the lurk. Thanks for hanging out today. I watched the guy speedrun at AGDQ and explain what was going to happen, and he even seemed frustrated by the randomness interactions with the baddies. Yeah. It was... I wanted to like that game. It still makes me angry because I wanted to like it, and it's just... we have ducks. Go follow for the ducks. Is that Catherine? Welcome in. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we've been working on a lot of Salamanders. I've also been working on Nids. Since we have Nid fans, let me grab some. This is why everything stays on my desk, chat. So I went back. I went back to try and finish up my Flyrant, so he needs the wings still, but I have to clean out the shoulder for it. So he'll get wings, but there's my Hive Tyrant. Here is the Psychophage we started, I think, last week. So I gotta figure out what color I want the smoke. And then Mr. Screamer Killer is gonna get some basing, and then he is good. So they're coming together too. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. I love this scheme. It's been a lot of fun. It's been nice just getting back to bugs after being a little burnt out on them. It's just nice to have new models and getting some time in with them. It's been really good. So I've also got bugs. See, chat also suggested green. I just don't have any green in the army, so maybe we do it anyway. Maybe we just do it anyway. Why your ads in Spanish? That's weird. I don't know. But welcome in. How are you? Which Alien Isolation was the game we're talking about. Sorry. I tried to play it on stream and I just got frustrated. It was hard to the map is useless. There's really no hints on where to go. You just kind of have to stumble around until you find it. It was just a very frustrating experience. Green inside the mouths. So I've got, here's the hard part, is I have the scheme across how many hundreds, thousands of points. I don't want to add too many more colors. But like nothing else has smoke like that. So just have to pick something that'll work. Yeah, there's nothing else with smoke in the army. That's not a color I've had to come up with for anything else. So that's why I'm a little stuck on it. It's what sells that it's like psycho corrosive ash, which is pretty metal and still fits with the color scheme. Hey Danny, welcome in. How are ya? How's your weekend? Super dark green smoke. That's kind of, yeah, tinted green. We could do the purple to match like the tentacles and stuff, and then kind of go up to the more black and grays. We could do that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And that's okay. As long as it gets finished up kind of alongside the other stuff, I'm fine with that. Hey, the dog, welcome in. Thank you so much for lurking. Hope you're having a good day. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out, spend some of your Sunday with us. If you had fun today, we'll be back tomorrow. Trying to decide what we'll have. I feel like the answer of salamanders or tyranids is probably going to be our answer this week, depending on what we get airbrushed and finished up. But it's a good chance it's that until we finish up this wave of salamanders. Because I want to make room for the next round of projects to come in. Go curveball and go bright pink. I didn't miss anything in the, you missed Warcry, noob. It is Warcry starter boxes. So, as a resident Warcry player, should you check that out? Would the smoke change based on what it ate? I don't know, actually. There is because there's a marine in his little tentacly bits. We could make it the color of the marine. I don't know. Is it the psychic energy being processed out? That's a good point. Like if it's the, like the librarian has that glow. Did answer your question, but Rado did he get a neon purple? So that would be, because that was kind of my thought, is if we just match what we've already got. Because I have purple across the army. People are crying about war, noob. That's right. What color is the marine gonna be? I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to, for this army, do some of like the big commission armies. So like one of them be an Imperial Fist, one of them be a Salamander. I think it would be kind of fun just to put you guys on my base. Oh, kind of want to put you guys on my base. Color of the contrast, the blue would work nicely. I think you guys are probably right. We'll come back to it. It's all good. Would it be better to buy the Leviathan box set now to get the Screamer Killer or wait for solo release with better poses? I feel like, yes. If you don't need the Screamer Killer right now, I would probably wait. I really do not like the head option for it. I don't know that it would get another head option. I just really hate it. But more poses and things, maybe. I don't know how much they could do. I feel like it would be just a Carnifex kit at that point. You know? Where you could build, like, whatever. That would be what I really want, is just a new Carnifex kit that we can make whatever we need. But yeah, I hate the head option. I drew up by thinking I lost a bit and failed the challenge before it started. Oh, it's still in the sprue. Well, I'm glad you found it. On the bases. That's just because you don't want Imperial Fists on there. Of course we're right. We're Twitch chat. Twitch chat clearly knows all. John, welcome in. How are you? Now, if you want to bet how to get spare from the terrain effects or Turbogon, do some brain surgery. I know Roll will in chat. 3D printed one that looks a lot better. And I don't want to steal his, but looking for something similar might be the route I go. But it's the picklehead. It is. It is. But yeah, I'm curious to see what it would get. Kind of all solo. What other options they'd throw in with it. The Carnifex shouldn't have a head. Its face is part of its chest, as is tradition. Oh. Just get one of those and throw it on the new base. Good to go. Matt Scythe, welcome in. How are you? If it must be green, make the Marine a Sally or Dark Angel. I think the Salamanders have to go on my base. Considering how many we've painted, I think one of them has to go on. And I think Imperial Fists. Alright, I'm going to finish this section here, and then I need lunch. I'm really hungry. I didn't have a protein shake this morning, and I'm feeling it. I'm hungry. I opted for the monster instead, and that was a bad idea. Bad choice. But I want this to all dry for when I come back to it. So we'll finish this up. Again, we'll be back tomorrow if you want to join us for some more Warhammers. Probably be Salamanders or Tyranids, depending on what I end up working on today. This is a cool community you've built. Thank you so much. Thank you, chat, for building it with us. We have built a really cool community, and I'm super duper duper proud of it, so thank you for being a part of it. I just put guard stuff on my bases because the guard are doing their best to help. Also, my immersion. The immersion. Let's see, I sliced the scalp off my screamer and fit it on the train effects. Big spike of a helmet. Makes it look like it's an Edo Air. Oh, samurai helmet. I like that. Maybe a top hat. There we go. All right. We bobbling. Let's bobble on over to some lunch. All right. We're going to wrap up for today. Again, we got a lot done. It was a lot of edge highlighting. So thank you, everyone, for helping me, keeping me company while we edge highlight. But the Stormtalon is coming along. The Stormraven is coming along. They may be back tomorrow, honestly. It might just be better to just keep it rolling while I finish off the stuff that's kind of past stream point. So this may be a good place to pick up tomorrow. But yeah, if you guys want to come hang out in between streams, we have our Discord. That's also where we are doing the August challenge. So if you want to join us in being a combat patrol, a boarding patrol, a vanguard box, one of those starter boxes, come check out the thread for that. There are my socials. If you want to follow along for updates, see the other projects I'm working on, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I would say Twitter I'm not as active on, but the others are there. And then our YouTube. We are trying to grow our YouTube and put more content over there, so I will put that there. I'm going to take a quick look and see if there's anyone that we want to read over to today. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for hanging out today. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.